right?
All right. Yes, I think so. Okay. I'm on. You should be hearable. Can you hear yourself? I know you're frozen. That's just because your thing's not up. Give me a second.
I hear you.
Oh no!
I also hear. I hear myself. Okay, sounds good.
Let's
make sure the game audio works.
Yes, let's get that up. Oh my god!
I see you in game. Are you in game?
Not yet. I haven't even booted it up. Which I'm kind of glad because then I would have had to shut it down and try to get everything going. No, I have it updated. I did do the update, so don't worry about that.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Oh hey, we get to watch the launch screen. I've never seen this on stream before.
Yep, there it is. There it is, everyone. There it is, everyone. Isn't it wonderful? Isn't it beautiful? There she is in all her glory. Here we go, jump in.
Hey, the launch screen is actually really pretty.
Oh, it's very pretty. Yeah, they did a good job. I mean, everything about FF14 is pretty. Like, that's one of its big pulls, is that it's very pretty.
Sorry.
Very good. Oh, man.
Wait.
I wasn't going to say this on stream, but I'm going to say it. Man, all these technical issues, when I tried to do the special thing, don't say what it is, but when I tried to do the new idea, oh, God. Woo! Not looking forward to that.
Aside from Windows,
all of this is going to be upgraded anyway.
Windows drivers being weird for you, aside from that, you can't really do a whole lot about that other than, like I said, maybe I can write a script for you maybe to try and set things back to the way they're supposed to be. Maybe I can look into doing that. I haven't done that before, but I'm sure it's a way of doing that relatively easily. For your Streamlabs setup, I almost feel like you should just have like a separate file that everything is separated. Like, this is when I'm streaming with someone else. This is when I'm streaming.
But I have the separate tab stuff, and it all has. Well, but the audio
settings are shared. That's the problem. Like, you need a whole nother. Like,
you're right.
Of Streamlabs to avoid that problem.
Jeez, I might have to with the new idea stuff. So.
Actually, no. I just heard you warping on your game, so your game audio is.
Oh, thank God. You should hear the music too. I mean, it's.
I can't hear over my music.
Oh, okay, that's fine. That's fine. Okay.
Oh yeah, no, there's a bit of an echo. It's a little slightly delayed. It's pretty close though. So.
Right, that's good, right? Because that's both the bars.
Yeah. Why can't I see you? Why is this not refresh? Did I refresh?
Here we are.
I see you in person, but I can't see you in the player list. It wasn't showing you as online.
Oh, that's weird. All right. Okay. We're here. We're good. Okay. Probably gonna have to be a little tiny bit shorter today because we got a little late, but that's okay because we're still gonna go till like 7:30ish. Okay. So
like you said, we're really close to getting.
Yes. So honestly, for the recap, we're gonna go fight the Empire. They're being mean. We met with the Emperor. He's a putz. And he's like, I will rule. I will defy the Epsilians. And we're gonna go now. We're gonna fight him.
He thinks he can override them basically.
But we're gonna go nope. So yeah, that's all look. Right. If you're this far in, you've seen everything. I can't go over everything. We're about to get into Shadowbringers, so that'll be a new like less time anyway, because everything's gonna get like basically reset. Okay, what have you got for me?
Are you ready?
For what?
Accompany the Resistance Fighter to Alliance headquarters.
Yeah.
Is this a warp?
Do we have to be out of the party or?
It didn't make. I'm already there. It didn't make me, so I guess it's just a warp.
I guess yeah. Oh yeah, it's this place. Okay.
Yeah, that's where we were before. I guess that's the contact.
Okay, so what? Aha, we got to go Bond. Excellent.
Robin.
Oh no, is this a duty? Because he's got the thing around him. Alright, go on ahead and read his line.
You're here. Good. I summoned you to discuss strategy, but first I would apprise you of the Guardian's movements.
Hey, several cutscenes will play in sync. Here we go! Yep.
I mean, you said it's like, oh, it's this movie time for real.
Okay, we should. Okay, hold on. I'm gonna say no first to leave. Okay, we should probably leave each other's party.
Oh yeah.
Because otherwise it's going to make us do it after all the cutscenes are done, from what I remember about how that works.
I'm just banning us. Is there a mender in here, by chance?
Do you need it?
I don't know. I mean,
I think we both mended last time. I think that was like what we did.
Where do I see that now? Is it under profile?
C. It's under your character.
Yeah, but
you can see all your equipment. If all the bars are blue, that means they're full. If they're green, that means that like you've lost some.
That's right. You're right. How about that?
Yeah.
For some reason, I was thinking that there was like a thing that showed you the number, like it's like what.
If you hover over it, I think it does.
Yeah, but if you go to the shop, it just tells you like overall.
Oh yeah. They're like,
I was thinking that was in the C menu as well because they didn't have that. It's just in the shop.
All right, you ready?
Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and do yes. Are you ready?
Follow Garlean's movements. Yep. Proceed. Yup. Proceed.
I got a snack, so I'm gonna get a snack while watching.
That's good. I'm gonna eat soon. I'm gonna cook some
There have been
spaghetti.
several skirmishes along the border, but as yet neither side has delivered a decisive blow. We had long assumed that the Garleans would overwhelm us in a straight fight, but we seem to be gaining ground, albeit slowly.
They're draining
As
us.
to why that might be, the most likely explanation is that they have yet to commit all their forces. Still, we're winning, and our latest intelligence suggests the Emperor has retreated back to Garlemald.
They're just gonna like let us move all the way in and then drop the gas bomb.
With the aim of pushing the front line forward,
Like
and giving
pincer
ourselves
in,
some room
basically.
to breathe.
Commander, the Imperials. They've broken through our defenses to the east.
Never mind, we're sucking.
What?
Our
Oh.
scouts say their forces are being led by Lord Xenos.
Oh, that's why.
Lord Heian and Commander Hext have taken their troops to provide support,
Oh.
but we don't know how long they can hold out.
Uh-oh.
So, they've been biding their time, waiting for his arrival, have they?
No.
Very well. Send word to our allies, requesting reinforcements for the front
I don't
line.
think so.
The big man's on campus.
It's an
Should the
Assyrian
worst
plan.
come to the worst,
So it's not
I
what-
may need to
what
enter
the
the
Emperor
fray
wants.
myself. But what of you? Do you still have the strength?
I was about to say, why are you asking if we still have the strength to fight? We're fighting there. We're like, oh yeah, we just lost Alice to the weird echo thingy. So he's wondering, like, are you gonna just plop on the ground?
Yeah. What do you
You need only say the word. You could do the Ascian one.
So long as you leave the Assyrian to me,
I will kill the Ascian.
you're an Assyrian.
Much obliged. Given the choice, I'd take you over 100 soldiers.
What does he say for you?
He may not die as such, but to see Lord Xenos fall on the battlefield would deal a heavy blow to Imperial morale. I'll see to it the men stay clear.
Okay, fair enough.
You open in the field for me to
Oh no!
Why won't they open?
Because we're in the middle of a war, you jerk!
I bid you open.
We're in the middle of the war!
fight. Open what?
Please no, we have to fight.
Open what?
What's wrong? Is it the voice again?
The door to darkness? Huh?
Yeah, so can you watch now?
Oh
Are
boy.
you sure you're in a fit state to do this?
I'm always in a fit state. I didn't work out this weekend actually, so I'm not. I was too tired.
Yoga grant
I never-
us strength.
I had to go to the wedding. Yeah, I went to a wedding. That's his
Give 'em
loss.
hell, lass. I, for my part, will defend this place to my dying breath.
I'm tired. I came back from vacation, but I'm happy now. Epsilion was wonderful. Let's do this. That is the wrap up of what was lost in the last start of the dive. Meanwhile, at the border of Alamiga. Oh boy, that'll be good.
That's where we are. Where we started.
Oh, okay, yeah. We're not. For some reason, I was thinking we were in Doma. I don't know why. My brain.
It's been a while.
Oh, speaking of Doma. Oh god,
Yeah. Ian,
is he dead?
No, he. Oh, I hope not.
I'm
Oh,
just, yeah, I'm just, oh, my girl! Oh, you got a blade on your arm now.
no. Ian's not even got his weapon out. He's just sitting there.
Please don't make me be Heian. Oh no. Epsilion. We have to do the thing.
Yeah.
No! Give me a heal. Make sure I have a heal. I don't know how to play a samurai. How does this work?
Samurai.
Ready?
Oh my gosh, what is this? We get second win. I have second win. That helps. But I didn't really like how much.
Is that second win? Is that what it looks like? Okay. Okay.
same
I was like, what does this look like? What is second win? How does this work?
Oh! What is that?
This is a problem.
Oh, this is interesting. He has a 3-part combo. This is like the PvP system.
Yeah.
Oh, he has Vorpal Blade. I have Vorpal Blade.
Purple Blade!
This is basically the same DD set as the
This one's for you, Ada.
whatchamacallit, the Lancer, the Dragon. I should do oh gosh, that was a lot of damage. I'm not expecting to do that.
I don't think I'm winning this.
I'm really weak. I think you're supposed to lose, but
Yeah, I don't think we're gonna be winning this. Something happens? Okay.
I think you get recuperation. Recuperation, get read or speak. I need the second wind to kick in again, please.
Yeah, me too.
Where do we go? Farther away? Oh no, not farther away because it's gonna attack in that range. Oh my gosh, I'm gonna die here. Woo! Oh, if you step away from the fight, you heal really fast. Interesting.
Aw, that's cool that like you get to fight with some friends and be like, hold on for her, she's coming, or him, or you know, hold on for insert gender here.
Yeah.
Spread out. Rah!
I should get Samurai going.
I was about to say, this is pretty fun. Isn't that too bad?
Yeah, I'm enjoying it.
Is this what it's like to play Lancer? This is the only like melee combat I've ever
It's
done.
sort of similar. There's no range at all though, and it's like blade length is so small you have to grab on top of them. Whereas I
That's
get a
true.
little bit of space. Like, I can be a little more nimble and play a little more.
Yeah, that does make sense. I mean, you are a lance. The whole point of a lance is.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, it's realistic in that sense, but I think I prefer the Lancer for that reason. But I do want to try.
God, what do I do? What do I do?
It's an interesting skill set.
For the land upon your folly. No, you don't. Get him,
Here
Lise.
it comes.
Oh.
Push this out of the way. No, Lise. No, my girl.
No, he used feathers on me. Do you use feathers on you?
The weave
No.
of a shinobi's power.
What can I?
Oh, okay. She's doing some weird
Oh, that's
shinobi stuff.
accessory,
All
right?
right.
Forebears.
Oh, jeez.
Wait, how do we stop him killing Least?
We have to go to her, I guess.
I can't move.
You'll be able to in just a moment.
Oh.
Roar! We protect each other. Oh, how wonderful.
Okay, make sure she doesn't get killed by it.
Yeah, that's the one. Remember, we had to stand in front of each other.
Yeah, I remember that one. I actually did remember that one for real.
Look at that. We're learning.
Come on, Lisa, I need to heal quick.
I just use my second wind for the next time.
Yeah, I'm using that too, but it's not enough.
Oh yeah, no, it's never enough.
It's only 500.
It's
Oh,
weird just standing and fighting and doing like the freaking, once again, smashing Excel spreadsheets. Because as a dancer, you can like move around a lot.
Yeah, dancing is really mobile. I feel like that's probably a fun class to do.
It's pretty fun actually, not gonna lie.
This is
Okay, there we
this is like, I think this is the PvP version of the I think it's the PvP version of the Samurai, because I don't think you get combo moves like the first one normally. It also says the pet hotbar, so it's definitely treating it differently from normal.
Get him here! Oh jeez. Ow.
You get it!
You're a little ahead of me.
Where's Lisa? Where's my girl? There's my girl.
Dark Bastion magic.
That's my girl. Ooh.
This is kind of cool.
We're running, we're running, we're running, we're running. We're walking, we're walking.
This reminds me of a Final Fantasy game, actually.
This is a final.
But you know what I mean.
I know
though?
what you
Like,
mean.
so
I know
you-
exactly what you mean. That's why this
you
thing
just
is
make
done
an
so
MMO.
well.
Magic.
Yeah, these later parts of
The
the
Guardian
story where
body.
you play as the characters are actually
That's
important to the story.
hardly
It feels like you're playing a Final Fantasy single-player game,
Mm-hmm.
not just playing
Except
the
for the combat.
insert MC character here nonsense anymore.
Still, he must be stopped. No
Are
matter
Guardians
the
like
cost.
physically tougher than normal?
Yeah, Guardians are, yeah. They're the whole nanomachine, son, basically.
Are they nanomachines for real?
They're not, but their bodies are like it. Mm.
Mm.
But they have no magic. So they're all physical.
Come on,
They all
guys.
attack defense based.
Come on, guys. Come on.
Bringer of light. It has been too long.
Oh gosh, dang it! Yes, Pots.
It's us.
Do you?
What?
All right, next scene. Listen to the way Xenos talks.
Oh gosh.
You frickin' Pots.
No words to mark our reunion.
We're the silent pro tag. We ain't got words.
Equilibrium must be restored. And only your death will redress the balance.
Oh, redress. What a fanciful word usage there. Very nice. Let's go! Now we get to fight with what we know.
Well, to a degree.
What we know.
I haven't played enough.
Oh, it has been a while. That's a good point.
I need to actually like go and do some combat and not in the cutscenes because I feel like I end up not.
Duties, my dude.
I
Duties.
don't want to do. This feels too serious. I need to do some like basic combat in the field just to practice my moves.
Oh, you mean like just go find a monster, start attacking,
Yeah,
and see
yeah.
what it feels like? Okay, that's
It's been a
fair.
while, you know?
See, this dancer can like move around. But everything is a proc and a chance for it, so I don't get to just have it.
Oh, I'm about to die. Oh, lordy. What is this weird ring around me? I thought it could help you, dude.
Jeez, oh jeez, oh jeez.
Oh, that's a weird ring around him, though. Oh, no.
Oh no.
Oh, no. Yeah. Oh, my gosh. Jeez. This is a lot of AoEs. Can you please
Yes.
do this right now, sir? I'd like to attack you. The heck is this attack?
I gotta.
Oh, this crap again. Get out of here. Get out of here. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
Ooh, hit the pushback with a follow-up. that did
Yes.
AoE. That's a good. Oh, wow. What is this? What is this? The
I don't know what he's doing.
The 3 beam thing, like 3
Oh
beams
my
out.
god.
That was annoying. Oh,
Yeah,
man.
this is-
No. Oh, wow. He almost killed me there. That was pretty bad. Oh, and it stops you, too. Wow, that's really strong. I had to heal. Oh, that's the thing about being the Lancer, is that you can walk around and still attack with your special attacks. I don't know if you were doing that with Samurai, but I didn't notice it happening.
Oh yeah, I couldn't move, I didn't think. Right? Because you can't move as...
When you're playing
Samurai.
as Dragoon, you can. That's what I was trying to say. Oh no! What?
Yeah, as
Please
Dragoon you
stop.
can, but not as a samurai. Shoot.
You gotta break these things. Kill you. Oh, there's so much AoE though. It's so annoying.
Who am I supposed to be attacking now? I don't know.
The blades.
Oh
I think,
yeah,
probably.
okay. The blades are gone, so I was just like, what now?
Oh, sorry, you're hitting me.
No, you're good, you're good. I just was like... I wanted to make sure, you know, like, oh my god, what now? What's wrong? What am I not done?
Oh no! Oh no! Oh no! He got both. Two blades. I'm dead.
Jeez,
I
two
didn't-
blades will kill you?
I guess. I don't know if all 3 of them. If any one of them survives, it'll kill you. But it fully killed me.
Oh gosh, he's gonna do the push away.
do very easy this second game.
I think it's also that, once again, we're under-leveled. Like, we have not done... Yeah, just a heads up to anyone. We have not done anything besides this. This is the only time we played this. Like, we don't do the extra, like, you know, like, whatever weapons and stuff. Remember whenever Valamir was, like, helping us to get those way back when?
Yeah, I wish we should do that again.
We probably should.
We're supposed to get to this part. We haven't done that. The set I have is not underpowered, but it's not great.
Yeah, it's like, you're fine. It's like, you're there, you're enough to technically exist. It's that kind of thing.
Yeah, you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Part again.
You do Heian's part again? Gosh.
Yep. Yeah,
They really should just, like, start you at the thing. No!
Yeah, I don't want it. I mean, I'm doing it on easy mode now, so I should, like, be able to catch up to you at least, hopefully.
I'm still fighting them, so...
Might beat him. And just be done anyway, that might be the last part.
No,
I didn't
5.
expect us to fight. I didn't expect this stuff to fight him this early.
Yeah. That lets me think that maybe, like, they're gonna make us, like, fight actual Ascian or something.
Maybe.
Get him.
Oh, you can move while you're doing your
Oh, okay.
combo abilities at the same
Oh,
time.
that's nice.
That's very similar in that regard. Which is good, because it...
Yeah, I was about to say, that's probably, like, really good.
Oh, please let me
We gotta
get
put back on, Hey, why is the dash so tiny, by the way?
It's a gap closer. So if they're flying away, or if they're walking, like trying to avoid and evade. Some enemies do that later on.
Okay, I
Most
think I
times
got
it's
him.
occupy them though.
I see.
Okay, I got him.
Nice.
Freaking dancer.
I don't want to die. Redo this again.
Whoa. Now I've got the loading.
I'm like doing a bit loose and fast right now, but
Take your time, take your time.
no, because I want to catch up.
That's okay, I get to look at his crippled body.
Fun.
The...
Stream.
Oh, jeez. Okay, yeah. Alright.
He is. How much? Do you have to get him down to half health?
For Heian, I think it's a timer. Like, he has to go through the phases.
Your mother chose
is that
her
all it is?
champion well.
Oh, yeah,
Something
now
like
it's doing
that.
It's doing like the channel thing now.
Yeah, it's gotta go through. Once you're at the channel, you're basically done. Like, at that point, it's like,
Yeah.
you go through some
Some
cutscene
part.
stuff because the others help you. And then,
Yep.
don't forget to protect Lise.
Oh yeah. Thank you.
Other than that, no, I got you. Yeah. Other than that, like, that's basically the end, I think, because the rest is like cutscene. And then you just gotta kill him as
Believe in
Warrior
the
of Light.
Shinobi's power.
Believe in the Shinobi power. So while Epsilion's doing that, I'll tell you about my vacation. My vacation was very good. I got to go to the beach. Epsilon, you don't listen. You focus. I got to go to the beach, and we went out every day. It was very fun. I got to go with my family. My little brother and his girlfriend only show up like half the time this time. They're showing up less and less because I got work and stuff. And so we have a dog who's 17, and he's very old but very sweet. So last year was the last year we could take him to the beach. He couldn't make it another year. There's just no way. There's just no way he can't do it. So we were thinking about a kennel, but my little brother and his girlfriend were like, no, absolutely not. Like, they hate that. They're like, da da da. So they eventually, like, they kept him at my brother's home, and he would go home every day because he wasn't there all the days anyway. So he would, like, go to his work and go home and stuff and watch the dog. So the last night, he didn't even come by because he was at, like, work and stuff. And so I had to do all the unloading, and holy god. So because of the wedding that we had on my cousin's wedding, not Epsilion's, my other cousin, her wedding on Saturday, yesterday, we had to leave at late on Friday because we couldn't stay the day on Saturday because we had the wedding. So just stop me, by the way, when you're done, Epsilion, because I'm just like shooting shit.
I'm in cutscene right now. I can skip it.
So on Friday, super late, we had to we went and got dinner, we ate, and then we got home. We got back to the condo, and we had to pack and get everything up and drive home. So we did not get to eat. Part of that's my fault. I stayed on the beach a little too long, but we did not get to eat until like 8:40 or something. Like 8 o'clock. No, maybe it was 8 o'clock, but it was pretty late. And so we ate, and it took like an hour for sure. And then we had to get some ice on the way back, and then go back to condo. Then we had to pack. So they brought my parents brought so many pots and pans because they thought they could cook, and my gosh, they can't. But we did use them. We can't. Oh, my mom made a shrimp dish. I didn't eat it because I made like a made pizza. Like I created a pizza and made it. Everyone else ate it. Oh my god, dude! Everyone was like, "Oh,
get sick or something?"
They didn't get sick, no, thank God. But they were like, "Oh no, it's food." Like it was so bad that like everyone was like, they were very kind about it, but you could tell all the statements were, "It's food.
Wow.
It is edible." And it's like, oh my god.
Bad for your mom.
Yeah, I love her. Mom, I love you so much. I love you so much. You're the best mother, but you also cannot cook. Woo! I followed the recipe. That's the problem. Cooking is an art. You have to develop the art of understanding.
You have to follow some of it. I mean,
you follow it, but you feel it out, man. You do an art form. Anyway, so on the way there and on the way back, we had these two huge cubes. Like the companion cube for Portal? It was like that. They're like huge. They're like that big of like a container, and you put the stuff in it. You know, you lock it. It's like a big lockbox thing. And so there are two of them. They were decently filled. They were very filled when we got there because they brought groceries, which I think is stupid. They should have bought them when we got there. But whenever we were leaving, we filled those up pretty full, and we had to walk them all the way down to the truck. And man, this is my dad, Daedalus, good old Daedalus, was like, your brother has missed 3 years of helping with this. It is not happening next time. I was like, thank you, because we had to lug those things, and it sucked. So by the time we got all like packed, we did not leave the condo all packed and everything until like 11:30 or something.
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing right now when the swords are out, because like I've only got one of them broken again, and then you're just like, oh, it doesn't do as much damage. Okay, you do enough damage.
Yeah, it does a very small amount if you get most of them. Yeah,
that's fine.
And then he just goes back to attacking around him and stuff, and just watch like normal. So we did not leave the condo until like midnight or very close. So the drive,
it's like a multi-hour drive back to your.
It's not a multi-hour. No.
Right?
We drove to my little brother's first because we had to pick up the dog. It's about a 35-minute, 40-minute drive to there.
Oh, that's not bad.
It's not bad, but remember, hold on. Then we had to drive from there to my parents' house, which is about 20 minutes. So that's an hour.
Yeah.
Then I had to help my dad unpack everything. No, just get it off. No. I just had to get it off the truck. That's it. Just get it into the garage. So it didn't take too long, but we had to get everything in there, and it took longer than expected. It took like 15 minutes. Then it's like, oh, that's not too bad. Then it's a 45-minute drive from my parents to my place. So then I had to drive 45 minutes. I did not get home until like 1:38 or something. And I was so tired. Because remember, that was a beach day. I was on the beach throughout the entire beginning of the day.
The whole week.
Yeah, for the whole week. And that day, I was on the beach for a whole day. So, oh my god. Whew, that's why yesterday you did not see any kind of dives or streams, because even whenever I got home was resting, I was like, nope, beat Pokemon Arceus, as much as I'm going to. I'm not collecting everything. And played a new little dumb game, and then went to bed. Didn't even watch Scary Game Squad finish The Quarry, because that's going to be tonight, because I was so freaking tired. I'm going to watch that.
Did you end up going to the little family thing you were supposed to go to?
The wedding? Oh, the other thing. No.
The other thing.
The other thing, I did not get any messages back or anything, so we're going to see if stuff can go with that. It's fine. They were probably really busy.
Halloween or something, maybe?
I don't know. I actually have no idea. So I texted. We'll wait and
My
see.
cousin's wedding was luckily all indoors. If it had been like mine, that would have been awful. Whether they just
Or Mr. Sedimus. Oh my god.
Oh man, Mr. Seti's outside.
That would have
actually,
been.
I bet a lot of people probably would have been okay with it because of how sunny it was. Like, you remember how many people were just refusing to sit anywhere near the seats? They were like standing in the tree line in the shade.
Oh
it was
yeah.
so hot and overbearing.
Okay, did you beat it?
I'm on. Your mother chose her.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Okay. Back in.
Yet, for all your strength, you will still fail.
No. Incorrect. What the?
You beat him. Come on.
Yeah, we beat you. Oh no.
I beseech you.
We're in the middle of a war.
Who is this?
You have the worst time. We are in the middle of a war. If I don't pick up the phone, I'm busy.
Someone calls to you. Too late, alas.
This is bad. He has Asian magic and power, and a Garlean body and skill. This is like really bad. At least Thancred was kind of a put.
What?
At least Thancred was kind of a put.
Thancred's got skills. Oh,
He's got skills, but he's no Xenos.
Yes, behead me, please.
The Station of Waking? Is this Kingdom Hearts? Like, seriously, this is just the Station of Waking. Whose pictures are going to be all around?
This looks like the Highlands Plain to me.
At last, I found you.
We are so... Look at how mad we are. At them. Look how angry. We're like, dude!
I have a serious face. I'm not angry.
She looks angry.
Who is this? The ancient
boy? We are in the middle of a war.
I've talked to you about a Naruto killer arc that we watched recently, and I loved every bit of it, and I'm surprised how good it was. I don't know.
No, why would you watch these?
Like we're in season 7. There's nothing else going on. Like literally, I
did the Sasuke chase already happen?
The one where he like transforms and all that.
Right. Yeah. The chase. The fight.
Yeah, that happened already.
Okay, yeah, the rest of... No, all of that you can skip and just ship it in. Everything but after that is skippable.
Why did they bother animating all this extra crap? I don't understand what...
Look at my fingers. Look at my fingers.
Oh, yeah. I can hear it.
Money.
Yeah, I mean, but those are original story. I mean, did what's the mangaka's name? I can't remember. Yeah, I can't remember.
I always forget his. his.
Yeah.
Because it's longer.
Yeah, it never sticks.
It's not like Oda or Tite where it's like tiny.
Oh, yeah. It's either
Kubo or like Oda or something.
It's Kube. It's not
Kube.
Yeah, both of his names are 4 letters. Really easy to remember.
Good old Tits Kubo.
All right, it's your stream, buddy.
I love Bleach. I'm allowed to crap on it.
I guess, but yeah, I can't imagine he for most of those filler arcs. I'm making fun of it because I'm like, look how bad the enemies are designed. Like their visual design is. I'm like, they definitely, can we do this? And he was like, no, I'm going to use that on one of my characters later.
Oh yeah.
So
he's like, no.
It's intentionally like, let's make them interesting to look at. Like they're very visually distinct enemies, but let's also make them things that he will never actually use in the main story, so they don't get confused later on.
Yeah.
And so like the arc we just watched, the bad guy was just a dude with a shaved head and weird like clown face paint. Like it's like kabuki theater face paint, but it looks more like a clown's face.
That's terrible.
And that was the main enemy. That was the big bad. I was like, they don't reveal it till like the last episode, basically the last part of the arc, last episode of the arc. But the arc itself, it was the Cursed Warrior. Do you remember that one?
I don't even know if I watched all of those until shipping.
Right, so it's like season 7 episodes. I think it might be the first episode of season 7 all the way up to episode 8 or 9.
I mean, like
Cursed Warrior. You should watch it and tell me what you think. Because
I'll watch it. Oh god, I have to watch Naruto. Holy crap! I have to watch Naruto.
The Cursed Warrior looks, and then the first time they reveal him, he's basically Talpa from Ronin Warriors. It's just a demonic suit of Oni-looking armor.
Well, that's cool.
Armor. So I was like, oh, it's Talpa, the bad guy from Ronin Warriors, and I was making jokes to Troll about it. Or sorry,
Sasha.
Yeah, and then after we joked about that, we were joking about the plot, and the plot actually is really good. Like this one, I don't know what happened. Like, I don't know if they just like they took.
I mean, they could do a good plot every so often if they want to.
Most of them were just like so obvious and trivial. This one, I called what I thought was happening, and I was like 80% right. And it's a murder mystery. Like,
oh, that's good.
So it feels like what they did was I don't want to give you that answer because I guessed what plot it was loosely based on, and I was mostly right. And Sasha liked that. I guessed that she thought it was really, really good. You know, like that.
Well, you can give me that plot. I probably haven't even seen it.
All right, so it's basically Hamlet.
Okay, I won't be able to.
It's Hamlet.
Is that why he's wearing Kabuki Theater? Because it's a play.
It's not because it's a play. No, that's not relevant. But it's more about what Hamlet's about. So if you don't know the plot of Hamlet, then
I know the plot of Hamlet. I actually know the Hamlet's plot.
So
I know Lion King. I know Lion King.
Someone's dad died, basically, right? So it's Hamlet.
Wait, no, that's Macbeth. That's Macbeth.
Yeah, you're thinking of. Well, wait. No, Lion King is
Hamlet. Lion King's Hamlet.
Lion King is Hamlet. Yeah, someone's dad died. And it's not that like the son thinks that he's the responsible, like that's a thing in Hamlet and in Lion King, but similarly the father dies and has to get revenge kind of thing against the bad guy. That's Hamlet, right? That's the cool part of it. But then it's also what was the other thing I jokingly said it was loosely based on? Like the plot is kind of oh my gosh, what kind of thing it was?
No idea.
Okay, I know you would know, but I'm trying to remember what I said to Sasha earlier. I kind of think. But it's also like it's framed from like a Scooby-Doo perspective because it's not Hamlet where you are Hamlet. You see Hamlet's perspective the entire time. You're one of the people solving the mystery. So it's like
you're a meddling kid.
Yeah, you're a meddling kid. Yeah, for like every time like someone got like stopped like from doing whatever the nefarious thing they were doing, every time Sasha made a joke, I would have got away with it too. We were having a lot of fun watching it. Basically,
that's funny. Like, that's good. That's what it's there for.
It was definitely the most interesting. Like we got into it.
Good.
So far.
I mean,
because like the one where it's like the one of the 7 swordsmen of the village hidden in the mist.
Mm-hmm.
We had to we couldn't get over how weird the enemy looked. Like they gave him these huge, like his huge mouth with these big like fish-looking lips, which I know the people that live in the village of the mist are supposed to be like Southeast Asian kind of looking, like they're like darker. Maybe they're supposed to be like Okinawans, I guess, because there's like southern Japanese.
Well, it's also the mist, so it is water-based.
Yeah, it's water-based, right? So like they get like a kind of fishy look. I don't know, that was a little weird to say, but you know what I mean? Like they get like that, like the fish mouth look kind of thing, and then they also have like he had Rock Lee's eyebrows, like for sure. They just took the big bushy brows and put them on that guy, and I was like,
gosh.
But the thing was like, you know how Rock Lee has the wide open circular eyes all the time. Sasha can't let that go. She always makes fun of it every time. But then the villain in that arc had the same wide eyes, but he actually had colored corneas.
Irises,
so
yeah.
Iris. So you can see the iris was colored blue. So but it was always wide open.
Oh god!
Blue, and then the brow, so it looked like a more humorous, even more humorous version of Rock Lee.
No, I hate that.
Which is great because at one point I was like, oh man, they're gonna make him be Rock Lee's enemy, and Rock Lee gets a chance to shine again in this filler arc. Because there's a spot where he actually fights him, like Rock Lee accidentally gets drunk and does the drunken fight again for the filler, and it was like, it felt like it was like, oh, this actually makes sense because they're kind of mirror match. Because the one guy, his only thing was that he had like lightning swords basically. So other than using lightning like as like a magic power, he's mostly physical because all you do is swing a sword. So like with drunken style, Rock Lee could definitely just dodge the attacks.
Mm-hmm.
But that was kind of interesting. That one was interesting, but like it was hard to get over the visual and like also like the plan of the enemies just so.
I mean, bad guy, dude.
It was I'm mad at the world, so I'm just gonna be mean.
That's
like there's no real plot. There's no like no real like justification for why they're acting.
It's filler.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about the writing. Usually, with the arc for the Cursed Warrior.
Well, they got one right. Really that's good.
Yeah,
I mean, they had long enough to freaking do it.
Well, it must have been like after like
episodes,
3 arcs or 4 arcs or whatever it is of just like nonsense missions for Naruto to go.
They're like, let's actually make something good.
Yeah, they were like, let's actually do a story this time, because every other one has just been like, oh, we get to rehash the things he already learned right at the end of the series. Okay.
Okay.
This one had Kakashi in it too, which is different. Because most of the time they don't have any of like the Jonin like helping out in the fight, so you get to see Kakashi fight again, which is it wasn't a whole lot, but you get to see him a little bit.
All right, so let's get back to the story that's not filler, and like one of the only reasons we're here, honestly.
Yeah, let's go back to that. Sorry.
I mean, the gameplay is fine.
It's so great. What are you talking about?
All right, why did you bring me to Station of Waking? Huh? Using the power of waking here? Is this who's going to be in the bubbles?
This is not where
Please tell me it's future Alphino.
Oh God, please don't do
The place of our meeting is of no consequence. Like the war you wage.
What? The...
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion.
I mean, fine, but can we at least win it for the second, and then you call me after the war?
The better path leads you here to me.
not.
I have need of your strength.
Well, that's very selfish.
Well,
I'm going. You have to send me back now. I don't care who you are. Get me back now.
you should send me back. I'll do. Who are you?
The battle is over. The
I said
danger
some
past. But your work is not yet done.
What is yours saying?
I'm
Oh,
afraid such questions will have to wait. We have precious little time, and your work is not yet done.
okay. So it's kind of similar.
The battle's over. The
Danger is past, but your work is not yet done.
Okay, yeah, some more.
Go to the Crystal Tower. I have left something for you near its base.
Great, cool, love it. Can I go back?
Serve as a beacon of sorts. One which I
Who
pray
is
will
this?
help you on your journey.
I'm sure we'll figure it out, but I need to go back. We're in a war.
All you do is
I
fight
hope it brings back all of our friends.
I will take care of the rest.
What is this weapon he's holding? Just
Like a
staff with,
staff
weird-
thingy? Why is one of his arms like
Soon,
cerulean?
we'll throw wide the gates.
Is it a glove? His shoulder has it too,
And the
right?
path to the first will be yours to walk at last.
Throw wide the gate.
Well, it's on his face too.
Is it on his? Oh, it's on his neck. Yeah, and it's part of his face.
Ah! When you walk away, you.
Yeah. This is really Kingdom Hearts. What are they doing?
Please! Nomura, were you here? Nomura? Get out of this game. Get the fuck out of here.
I don't think he worked with this team at all.
Oh, my ears are bleeding into the cup.
A tiny bit, because he did work on the crossover for Final Fantasy 15.
Oh god, he wrote 15, didn't he?
Yeah.
Oh god.
Well, I don't know if he wrote it, but he definitely
Just
designed the visual
boys
design.
on a road trip.
He might have designed the visual aesthetic of it and then let someone else write the plot. Because the backstory, if you watch the Kingslave, is actually really good.
I still never saw that. I have it downloaded.
You're
Have you played
awake.
15?
Thank heavens.
I've seen Jesse play 15.
Oh,
I've seen all of
played
it.
or really, I haven't played it or watched anybody play it, so I don't know the plot in the game. But the plot from the movie is really good.
Oh, okay, maybe I should see it.
I've heard you have to watch the movie to understand what's going on. I think it was Donkey who made that comment. You have to
Yeah.
watch the movie to know what's going
Yeah,
on.
when I was watching Jesse play and stuff, he had background information that he would put in to help, but I was like, ouch.
Yeah, I think everything that's in the movie, you can't see it visually in the game, but you can find notes that explain it.
It's a Nomura issue. Don't get me started. Don't get me started.
It's a Resident Evil issue, man. Same thing happens.
Yeah, that's right.
The actual good story is hidden in the notes, and it sucks. Like,
Yeah, it's
there's good visuals in most of the games.
Well, yeah, I mean, like the action, but it's just an action. It's an action thriller is what the game is,
Yeah.
and you get like the overarching idea of what the bad stuff is. But if you want like what's going on, notes.
More.
The lore. It's
Yeah.
like Five Nights, baby. All right, moving on.
Yeah.
Before I devolve into talking about Five Nights, you don't want that. No one wants
I
that.
don't know anything about Five Nights. You should not talk about it.
What happened? Where Xenos?
Yeah, why do you know about that? I'm gonna have to talk to you about that.
I did a small dive into Mark's videos
I'm putting a pin in that
because I was curious. The lore is actually okay. It gets stupid, but it's okay. The games are trash because they're not a game, and it's trash and awful, and it's not fun. It's terrible. Anyway,
Stress.
okay, what happens? I don't know. I'll probably get the same answer. I'm just gonna say what happened. We're gonna get the same thing.
I'll do where it's Xenos, but yeah, probably the same. Because
Do you recall the confrontation with Xenos?
Gives
You were the
context.
first to come to the aid of Mistress Lys and the others on the front line.
Oh, no,
Same
it's
thing.
not.
Oh, what does yours say?
So mine said, "I see you recall that much at least," and then yours was, "Do you recall the confrontation with Xenos?" So yours is setting up like, "Oh, you forgot Xenos was a thing."
Okay, so yeah, so now I lead into
In
more
the
of
midst of
this.
your duel, it is said you faltered, and that the
Mm,
Crown
probably
Prince
probably
seized the
same.
opportunity to deliver a mortal blow.
Yep.
Okay.
Yet before his blade could find its mark, he was distracted by the arrival of a second adversary who bore you away from the battlefield and into the hands of our chirurgeons.
Chirurgeons, jeez.
You know who it was, right? Robot.
Lest you wonder, he left before you awoke,
It was Robot.
as is his wont.
Get me back out there. Let me fight him.
Wait, before you awoke.
Estinian never was one for emotional farewells.
It's your boy!
Oh, it was Einstein. Wow.
Freaking Einstein! I have quantified the theory of relativity to get here just in time.
Wait, where was he? Has been helping out in the background.
Yeah,
so
yeah,
much.
he's a freaking anti-hero. Freaking background hero.
He is a dark knight.
Oh yeah.
Wait, no, he's not. He's actually a lancer. He's actually wait, did he become a dark knight?
He's still a lancer, but he's like Dark Knight Lancer.
Who was the Dark Knight that we had?
Did we have that was Dark Knight?
It's
Who
not
did we
Amber,
have that was
is it?
Dark Knight? Emmerich actually might have been.
Someone
No,
was
isn't he like a
someone in Heavensward was a Dark Knight. I don't remember who it was.
I think it was Emmerich. I think it's Emmerich.
Because Estinian is supposed to be a dragoon.
Oh yeah, he's Dragoon.
He's the other.
Yeah, he's your guy. He's your boy.
He's the other Azure Dragon.
He's your boy.
I mean, technically he's my rival, but that kind of died actually after the Heavensward arc. So like, I haven't done the newest.
Though Xenos
Oh, that's probably why I'm
pressed
so
it all
underpowered. I
before
haven't done
him,
the newer.
That's
the battle
right.
clearly took
I
its
think I have to do
toll.
level 7.
For he
but not
retreated
yet. I think I have
shortly
level
after your
60
rescue.
something.
Seeing this, the remaining
just
Imperial
level 7
forces
not long ago. I
decided
forgot to go back and
discretion
do
was
that
the
by
better part of
hour.
valor and pulled back,
I'm probably
allowing
missing a
us
couple
to
abilities to be
re-establish
really
our
fast and
position.
Really good.
You're right though. Yeah, I think my dancer one's up to do. My white mage might be. I don't remember. Yeah, you're right. That's a good point. We have not done our. We have to. Those won't be done on stream. Those are single things. No, that's a good one.
We have since received word of renewed unrest in the provinces, doubtless inspired by the efforts of the Eorzean Alliance and our Far Eastern allies.
Hey.
Nor does the good news end there. We have also come into possession of intelligence suggesting unrest within the Imperial Court.
Oh boy.
This would certainly explain why both the Emperor and Lord Xenos appear to have abandoned the fight. A long-awaited ray of hope in these dark times.
Yay, we're doing great. Hooray.
I thought I heard something like in my office behind me, like crackling, and I was like, "What is going on?"
Was it Kunai?
That's why I was like, "Did my doggy come in here?" I don't remember seeing her come in. I closed the door. It's raining so hard. I was in the window. I thought.
Oh my god.
I thought it was something trying to get in the room or something at first. Scared
Rain,
me.
rain.
Rough rain at that.
All right. Are you at the choice yet?
No, I got sidetracked.
Yeah, we got this weird guy who's asking us to do things. I don't like him. I don't like him. He's weird. I don't trust him.
Talk about Amrit? Why do you talk like that?
No, the guy, the Station of Waking.
Yeah, we don't know.
You will help me.
So you want to do? Is Alice all right, or you want to do what the sign?
I'll do as Alice all right. I think it's gonna be the same thing because they're all the Scions. I think that's what we're asking about.
Yeah, probably start with Alice if we ask what.
Yet to awake, I'm afraid. But please, concentrate on your own recovery.
It's the same thing. There's no way it's not.
Yet to awake. Yep, same thing. Yep, exactly the same note.
You have carried the hopes of some half-dozen nations, and we are all eternally grateful for your efforts. But no one is without their limits, not even you.
Put me back out there, Coach.
Yeah.
Leave this fight
Where's
to
my next
us,
mission?
my friend. You have earned your rest.
Why? Why do they do this? Why do they act like they're going to give us a break?
Before I forget,
It doesn't make sense. The game can't have one.
I was asked to deliver a message as soon as you awoke. A reminder that you are not alone, though many of your allies have fallen. When you are well and rested, you are to return home, where friends will be waiting for you.
Tataru? Aw, gentle smile. Look how pretty she is. Not you. Well, you're pretty too. You're a pretty boy.
Now, if you will excuse me, I must return to
It's
the
probably
front.
it's probably like half.
May we meet
people that
again
roll
soon,
The rising stones.
under happier circumstances.
Look at this face. Look at this beautiful, cute face. Look at her. Gosh, she's so amazing. Look at her. Look at her.
I'm a creep.
God. Look at this beauty. They came out creeping.
Girls to be swooning to Amrit.
Oh, yeah.
Even the Guardian women.
Okay. Are you at the next part? Because it's not voiced.
Well, this is a most unexpected surprise. I thought you could find to a bed.
Who are you? What voice do we get?
My...
Oh, it's a blood!
Oh yeah, Dracul. Are you Dracul? You're Dracul.
You're Dracul, I thought.
No, you're Dracul.
Am I?
I thought so.
Okay. Were you hot? Oh, because you were Hotchafar?
Yeah, I was
Rip.
Harshavar.
Rip.
I also.
Rip.
Oh, you were also his brother.
Oh, God.
You're both
Okay.
of them. Wait, no, or was I his dad and you were just the brother?
I think you were the dad. I think you were this guy. I think you were doing the bleh voice, and I was the brother. Yeah, because I was the brother. Remember, the brother had like that little redemption.
Both can do the Dracula voice fine, I think. But if you want me to, I'll do it.
Go ahead.
When I heard that you had collapsed on the battlefield battle, I confess I feared the worst. But with you standing here before me, I see now that the reports of your defeat were greatly exaggerated. Think the reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. That's a good quote.
Thank you for the fury for blood still running through your veins that I can use. And I mean,
are you sure you were? I think you did voice him. Was you? I had the acknowledgements. I never did that.
Oh my god! I do that all the time. Whether you're reading or I'm reading, you do it to mine too, so it's great.
That's true. I remember. I think I recall you doing it and adding extra bits to his like.
All right, I'll do it. I'll do it.
But
As long as we have you, insert gender and name here. History suggests we have a fighting chance. I mean, the anemia will set in once I've started with you, but I mean, you get over it.
that's what I'm talking about.
Speaking of fighting, you may be surprised to hear that the horror efforts can only be felt even in your Nishgard. Yes, your Nishgard, quite drafty here. Come closer to me and look into my eyes. In anticipation of a need for reinforcements, our Toriel will soon be departing for the front lines with a contingent of our finest knights. That's my son, if you hadn't remembered. He's very good. He's
the one who didn't die.
Yeah, I was about to say, you know, the one who's still alive. No thanks to you. You killed my son. I know. I would advise you to stay until you have strength to return. You can use my chambers. Come. Rest your head and your wonderful neck down for... But I know it would be exercise in futility. You won't, right? No? Okay. I like him just being like an upfront like vampire trying to suck everyone's blood. Everyone's just like, oh, you, how's 4 attempts?
Did the Count ever have a voice? I'm trying to remember if he had voice acting before.
I'm sure he did, and we're ignoring it, so...
Harshafont definitely did. And
oh, yeah.
Voice for him.
Choose Goose. Rip Choose Goose!
Yeah, I know it's hard, because otherwise it doesn't make sense.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, no. The line stopped with him. Indeed, I suspect the word decided on a next destination. My bedchambers, for example, could be an old... No, okay. Dark days lie ahead, like you not being in my bedchambers. Of that I have no doubt. But the light of hope shall never guide the steps so long as we have a will to press onward. And I will hold on to the fact that I may one day sink my teeth into that supple, my gratitude into your heart.
This doesn't work
with my
I'm
fangs.
A giant man. I'm a giant muscular
I
man.
know what I said. I stand by it no matter who you are.
But also, he's been dreaming about those dark days for a long time, so he can finally go walk around during the daylight.
Oh, yes. I can finally walk and breathe and press onwards we must. Farewell, my friend. I pray our next meeting will be under happier circumstances. And perhaps a sippy for yours truly? Huh? No, maybe? I'm going to take that as a maybe.
Sippy.
Okay, that was really sweet. I'm glad we got to see him. Why was that a cutscene? What did that do?
Is it just reminding us that he existed?
Yeah, is it like, you're in Heavensward area? It's like, okay, great.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Welcome back to Heavensward.
You're in Heavensward. Did you know that?
Wait, where are we supposed to go? Turn to the rising stones.
Oh, God.
Moderna.
Oh, God. Work me, Daddy. Work me on your back, Daddy.
Gross.
Oh, Requiem for Heroes. This is it. This is it. This is the last quest.
It's the end, boys.
It's the end, boys. We made the end, boys.
Why did my map stay open? What the heck?
Why did my map stay open?
I mean, why'd you even open your map? You didn't have to teleport.
I didn't.
You have to teleport yourself.
No, I just ride your back.
You piggyback.
Whee! Carry me.
I'm going straight into the rising stones.
I'm still loading. Yeah, this pretty much proves I need a new CPU, right?
No.
But come on.
Are you using an SSD?
No.
Then if you're not using SSD, it could be that you're not using SSD.
Mm.
Hard drives take longer to load the game content.
That is a really cool spear. Why don't you have a spear like this?
The gold. Oh my gosh, that looks awesome.
Yeah. Where's your spear like this?
Look at it. What level is it?
Oh, good point.
Like
it might just be a skin. It might be a skin.
I mean, yeah.
Gaybolg Ultima. It's Gaybolg Ultima!
Why this auto? When you go to the rising stones, it immediately starts the cutscene, by the way.
Oh, okay. I'm coming. I'm coming for the cutscene.
Is it Gaybolg fully formed? Is that what it is?
Yeah, it's like Gaybolg Ultima or whatever.
Man, I want Gaybolg.
Look it up. Just look it up. I'm sure you can get it.
No, you get it at level 50, and you have to like painstakingly work on it for like 20 levels.
Oh. Well, maybe you can get it now. You haven't done your dragon stuff in a while.
Yeah, it is. Actually, I think you do get part of it for doing the quest, but it's a side. It's one of the, we started doing it. We both have the weapon. You have it for White Mage.
Oh, that.
Everybody gets like a special weapon for their class.
That's what Valamir was trying to get us to do.
Yeah, I have the base form of it. I forgot what it's called. I think it actually still might be called Gaybolg. It just has like classification on top of it.
Hey guys. Why are you all so surprised? It's just us.
I hope that we don't get flooded out. It's so bad outside right now.
Yeesh. Put on your swimming trunks there, boy.
By the 12! I don't believe it!
What do you mean you don't believe it? I'm alive! I've always been alive. What?
Everyone else is down, except for you, or us.
Yeah, but like... Yeah. She gonna hug us? Do we get a hug animation? Oh, look at her face.
Too hard to render. How would you render that when I'm a huge man, you're a tiny girl?
Good point.
I rushed back as soon as I could. I swear, my heart nearly stopped when I heard you'd collapsed like the others. What in heaven's name is going on?
There's a weird guy who wants us to open the door, and I don't like him. And he's mean. And he's insensitive to other people's plights. He's Kingdom Heartsing us, and I don't appreciate it.
I thought you were making an alchemist. Full alchemist.
Oh, God.
We know the truth now?
Win or lose, the path you walk leads only to oblivion.
Philosopher's stones are people?
Oh, well, that's helpful.
What the? Some people haven't seen that. It's pretty early, but still.
What?
And what else did
In the
you
year
say?
of our Lord 2022,
The
people have not
best
seen
path
Full Metal
leads to
Alchemist, the
him?
original anime, or the
My dad hasn't seen it. That's one of the ones on the list. Good old Daedalus hasn't seen it.
Get on it. Get on it.
We're doing it. We gotta do both. Oh, we have a special.
There's more to the truth than what I said, though. That's like.
Oh yeah. That is pretty early. He is right. That's actually pretty early. You learned that. Decently early, funny enough.
If you pay close attention, you can learn that in like.
True. Oh yeah.
Technically, but.
You can learn the whole plot in that. Technically.
Yeah. It's just hammering in your head that that's what life is, or whatever, or like what reality is. I guess you could say in that story. I mean, in that story particularly. That's all they do is just keep telling you the same thing over and over again.
If his is the voice you've all been hearing, perhaps
It's
the
basically
others are
telling you
with him.
shortcuts, actually, is what the story's about. But
Sir Emmerich said the fighting had reached a stalemate, didn't he?
there's no shortcuts.
But if that
sacrifice.
monster
Yes,
masquerading
that's
as
the,
Xenos comes back...
motif.
Thancred, Yestola, Urianger...
Urianger got his name.
Alize. You're going to need all of them on your side to defeat him.
Yeah, we gotta stop rejecting him and join that guy. Wow, our character's
I forbid
dumb.
you from going to face him on your own. Do you hear me?
I want you to get to my part. And your Tataru's forbidden... She forbids us. I do see her. Do see what she forbids. To face him on our own.
Yeah.
Nah. I will sick my mafia boys on
Go
you.
and find the others.
Yeah.
Bring them home.
I rule the underworld with a tiny iron fist. It is sad because Tataru is the last one left. This is kind of sweet. Because she is like the last.
She's the secretary. Other than
Yeah.
us. She's
So
last
she
one.
ain't gonna get called, but it's like she's
Well-
like.
As for where to start,
Your
you
girl.
said the stranger had left a beacon for you at the
Still out
Crystal
there in
Tower,
theory.
right?
Oh, Nymphalia, my first
But
love.
I'm sure I remember hearing that
she's
the
still
tower
technically out
was
there. She's
blocked
part of
off.
Highland now. Or we are.
I mean, the tower's blocked off. I'm the Warrior of Light. I would walk by and say, "Warrior of Light
There has
business."
to be a way. If anyone would know,
What? I didn't
it's
say
Sid
how to be a
and the
blessing at the
researchers
bottom
of
of the tower
St. Queenax
blocked off.
find.
Yeah, she's like, "You
Not
can't get
not
in."
not like there's guards. No, like she's saying, how did the guy do it too? Right?
Oh, you mean it's like you can't get there?
Yeah, it's physically impossible. Like not. It's an impasse. You can't reach it. You know, something is. Like,
We have
literally
flying
some
machines.
crevice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Maybe it's too treacherous to get there. I
Because
don't know.
I
what's
Don't
wrong.
worry,
It's
we'll
been a
find that
long time
beacon
since we
for
talked
you.
about it. That was when we first got to Doma.
Oh,
Yeah,
she's so happy.
we first got to Mordona. We talked about the Crystal Tower.
Freaking horrible. Your guys' celebration, your race's celebration is so funny.
They're a weird culture. They're basically bodybuilders,
Oh, Epsilion.
right? Oh, we get to do more Asian stuff? You said there was going to be Asian stuff.
Stop.
It's a community reference.
Uh,
Well, it's funny. It's cute.
it's your favorite guys.
Yeah, I like. Well, it's just their armor, particularly. I don't care about their.
I
Like,
pray
I don't like
you
his
have good
helmet
reason
and his
for
hair. It
abandoning
looks
the
stupid.
front.
Do you like their dot?
How could I remain there while the rumor that my son is possessed by a demon spreads like a
Weird.
sickness here at home?
I mean, he is, and you know
I
that.
will not be made to fight for the throne a
Who's
second
calling him out?
time.
I'm saying, why is it
But
spreading
what of you?
around?
Did you
Everyone's
not
gonna
tell
know.
me you would destroy Eorzier's champion with the ease that one might swat a fly?
Sassy. Oh, he's looking away.
A minor setback.
Hmm?
She will not escape me again.
I will.
Where is
She
your
will.
grandsire?
He
I
will.
would have
They
word with
will.
him.
How should I know? Do you hide from each other's
I mean, he
sight
could've-
as well?
Yeah, you got interrupted.
I imagine he's doing what all Asians do.
One Asian asking for another Asian.
He must have found a way to take advantage of this turmoil.
No crap. You all suck.
Men are not pawns to be played with, Asian. You underestimate us at your peril.
Creeping.
This war will not be
Big creeping.
decided by you and yours. Man must choose his own fate, and I, for my part, will do all within my power to see Garlemald emerge victorious.
In fact, they are pawns.
Hmm.
Wow.
It walks away. Those are little like feathers on the shoulder armor. Just like the little like wing things. Now I was about to say, like, why are there so many spikes? Why is there always spikes? And I remembered, oh, biblically horns are a sign of power. That's the whole point. So yeah, that actually makes sense.
I feel like I'm being horny.
Pray forgive the intrusion, Your Radiance,
What?
but the requested preparations are not complete.
They doing the
So
gas.
Also, a lot of the primals have spikes.
Yeah. Spikes are a thing. Spikes and horns are a symbol of power. It's been there like that since biblical times. They've always been kind of like a big thing for that. I only recently kind of really discovered it. Oh, they're doing the gas. So this is the gas for sure.
We stand ready to
Oh, yeah.
begin production
Yeah,
of
my
Black
No!
Rose upon your order.
Oh,
The bad gas.
I mean, I had that last night.
What did you eat?
I have leftovers.
Of what?
Stuff that we made like a week ago. Probably was bad.
I was about to say that might be a
It's
little
literally-
old.
We were trying to finish it off. That was the goal.
Mm.
Yeah, like immediately. No, immediately. It's like an hour or two later. I was like, oh.
Okay, hi. Okay, I thought that was gonna do like an under. Oh, yeah.
Fun. What was that?
It was an evil man, is what that was.
Is that him going evil? Is that the? This is our cue card for the Emperor is the bad guy now.
Oh, there it is. Oh,
blood credits. We're done.
there's Stormblood.
We beat the game.
Hooray! No more. We never play again.
Thanks for watching, everybody.
Oh, goodbye, Aubrey. Look at my girl. Mm.
Oh,
Gosh, she pretty. Oh, look at my girl.
It's only
I want that picture. I'm gonna get that picture.
Only because Minfilia is gone. You can probably find it online.
Shut up. Minfilia is Minfilia, and Lisa's Lise. They're two separate women, and I can love them both. It's fine.
I'm only saying that you only say that now because Minfilia's gone. Minfilia was still here.
Well, she also wasn't herself in the beginning.
She also, yeah.
She was her sister, remember?
Yeah.
So now she has to be herself.
What was her name? Oh my gosh. I forgot.
Ooh. Shoot. It
right?
was her sister's name. I can't remember.
No, Ida,
Yeah.
Ida.
Ida.
It starts with a Y, but it's like something.
There's good old, what's his name? I'm forgetting all.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm forgetting all the names.
Hey, Louis says on the screen.
Oh, we just passed it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Lisa's
Freaking Yagiru.
voice actress is Paulina Wiener.
Stop. Stop it. You're a baby. You're a fire child. Yagiru looks so pretty.
Varus's voice actor is Romanus for.
These are great portraits. Whoever drew this did a great job.
Oh, yeah,
Look at our man. Look at our big old man.
Gosetsu?
Yeah, look at him. He's just smiling. Oh, I love him.
He actually looks like he's kind of smaller. They don't look as broad. As
Yeah, well, he's kind of leaning in too.
Yeah,
And they're cutting off a lot of his bottom, whereas everyone else.
It's the twist. They have the angle we have in that.
Do the twist.
They definitely drew him better though than normal.
Oh yeah.
And the upper, his shoulders aren't wide enough, basically. He is a human.
Oh
though.
my god.
Why does he get to have raw? I want to be a human and have Rogdian proportions. I don't want to be a Rogdian.
Look at this. Look at this bee. Look at this bee.
Step on me, mommy.
Step on me, mommy. Evil mom. Evil statistic. Step on me, mommy. Terrible.
Lola Rito had a voice actor?
These are great. These are great illustrations. I'm happy with this.
Oh yeah.
Aw, look at the brother and sister. These are great. I actually want these.
I hope he knows worry on his face is great.
Always unsure. Oh, our boy, our sweet boy.
Utmost confidence. Oh, Solus. Voiced like Alexander Wolf.
That's a cool name right there.
Is that the same voice actor for Robot? I think it is.
You know voice actors more than I do. By a huge margin. Aww. And here we are at the end of this another credit sequence.
Yep. Well,
Jeez Louise.
It was all the voice actors for all different languages, and now it's the actual game devs.
Yeah, so that was Post-Stormblood. That was pretty cool. Like, there's a lot of war stuff. There's a lot of once again, there's a lot of jumping around, though, man. Like, so much jumping around.
I really hope that Shadowbringers is less of that, like...
Very centralized.
Across the world, yeah. Like, have a continuous story. I don't mean, like...
I'm glad the world interacts with itself. That's good.
Yeah, that's fine. That's fine. I get part of the justification for the warp anyway is that you're going to be warping because they expect you to do other things, not just to play the story straight.
Yeah, that's true.
Participate in events, go do stuff that's for your
Yeah, you gotta remember, you're supposed to be doing a bunch of other stuff too. And it's not like we complain. I mean, it's not like warping's a big deal. I've got Epsilion, best cousin, big cousin for me to ride the coattails of, so I don't have to pay anything. I'm kidding. But no, like, it's not hard to warp. Like, it's not a big deal. It's just kind of like, it makes it kind of choppy-ish, because it's like, oh, we're with this. Oh, and now we have to go help this guy. Like, remember whenever we had to go back to Doma and fight the, steppe people again?
Yeah. I was thinking, remember when Sid came to get us and he was like, I'll take you on my ship. It'll be the fastest way to get there. No, teleporting is definitely the fastest way.
And it's in universe too. But yeah, it's just like it's good, but it's still an MMO. Like I always say that, and it's like, oh, that's kind of a derogatory comment. It kind of is. MMOs are like
the contrivances they have to go through to make it make sense.
Yeah.
Still have gameplay mechanics is kind of stupid.
It's just like an MMO is an experience that is elongated and a mile wide, inch deep usually, because it's.
I was about to say the ladies love that, but never mind.
It's kind of like those big open world games that don't have a lot in it, kind of thing. It's kind of like that. Like, you're meant to go and to just meet with people and have fun and do stupid stuff, like what we did for Vindictus. That was probably one of the most biggest MMO experiences we had.
That didn't suffer from the same problems this has because it had a central hub area.
Yeah, it was structured different.
And then all of the levels, like all of the gameplay was actually in levels. It was in instance levels.
Which I think is better, personally.
Yeah, like this and
I personally always argue for a constructed, concise, well-done experience over a either procedurally generated or more expansive kind of make you feel world thing. I always argue for that.
I think that
that's why that's one of the reasons Nintendo's so dang good. Besides Breath of the Wild, which is their biggest, newest experience. Experiments or experience? Yeah, experiment.
It's a bit of both, really.
Yeah. The only two I've seen that are big, expansive, that work like that are Breath of the Wild and Elden Ring, and both of them are meticulously created. Well, Elden Ring is, I'll say that. Breath of the Wild walked so Elden Ring could run.
A lot of the Zelda games are the game consoles they were out on. I think limited them. I think the idea behind them was a bit broader and probably Wind Waker and Skyward Sword. Skyward Sword's a little bit more linear than Breath of the Wild. Like a little bit. It's a lot more linear. Excuse me. It's a lot more linear, excuse me. But the world itself, they were moving towards that same idea of, okay, we can start making them explore more things more openly. Like Ocarina of Time had it a bit, but you couldn't do.
Because
everything had there's a key or a thing that you have to do to unlock getting to this area. So you had this particular path you had to take. It was a very linear experience, but the world was open. They were already moving towards that. There's this, and technically even the original Zelda is actually
it is. Yeah, you're right. It's all about experience.
But it still has the same gating logic, so that you can only go do one thing at a time. There wasn't any multiple paths to take at the same time, which is what Breath of the Wild excels at, because it's literally go do anything except for go fight Ganon. There's literally only one thing you can't do. Well, you technically can do it.
You can.
It's artificially hard, I guess you could say.
Yeah, but because if you create something, and I'm so big about this all the time, you have to have an understanding of what you're doing, and you have to have the completeness of it. This is why so much shonen battle gets so stupid later, is because it's just going to go. You have to. This is why One Piece is incredible, and I'm not even the biggest One Piece fan. I like Bleach the most. This is why One Piece is incredible. It's huge, it's long as heck, but it's concise, and he knows what it is. I know what it is, I know the beginning and end, I know what each arc and each capsule is, and it fits together. That's what you do. You make a complete experience. Video game, series, whatever it is, you make a complete experience. Which this does pretty good at, actually. This does pretty good at. Each one is a good experience. It suffers from the MMO issues.
There's some content is okay to be episodic and not have continuity between them as much.
That's fine. Yeah, you can have that.
Or maybe not continuity, but the other word, because there's still continuity. But you could say there's no propulsion of the main plot
Yes,
or whatever
yes.
across the entire, or an overarching plot structure.
Yes.
Not everything has to have that, but when you have, I think one of the problems with like something like Bleach is where if there is this implied overarching plot, but then there's no propulsion to move it in some parts, it just it feels like you forgot something and you have to come back to it. And that ruins the experience for the viewer, for the consumer of that media.
I mean, it's
Nintendo gets it right outside of storytelling in general, like story writing and telling. Nintendo gets things right because they focus on the main thing that makes a game, the game mechanic.
The game mechanic.
They focus on that first and then fill everything out. Like literally, Breath of the Wild was okay. We want to take the original Zelda game, but make it 3D. But we don't need to worry about the 3D part. Yeah, hold on. Before we get that far, let's look at we have all these interactions. You can interact with these things, and it was really cool. You could just go up and like you could fight something, or you could like kind of talk to something, or you could interact with something, right?
Yep.
And there was a bit of like the procedural generation kind of is cool, but not necessarily what you want the entire world to have. You need to have some kind of consistency in the world.
Yes.
So I'll put that in the world, but let's make it so there's like instance areas. That's where the shrines come from, kind of. No, they're not randomized at all in the game, but I think in theory they could be.
But no, actually, I argue they're not randomized. That's good. That's why they're good. It's because they're created. It's structured that they went in and said, this is how we're gonna, because that's why Nintendo's great. They go in and they structure, they create, they focus on what they're doing. They don't just make it to have it and then like, yeah, you're gonna play through it. No, they go, okay, this is an experience. Let's make the experience.
So when you have a game where like a component of the game isn't crucial to like the overarching structure of the game or like the story of the game.
But even that you focus on, you make well.
You can still do a procedural generation.
That's fine. I'm not arguing against procedure. No, yeah.
They still have to plan out the rules for the procedural generation.
Yes.
I mean, I've had classes on procedural generation, so it's not like I'm not.
No, yeah, I know you do. I know you're a coder. He's a coder. Everyone, he knows what he's talking about.
But yeah, the idea there, I think, is that eventually they might have. I think they were planning on doing procedural generation for some of the dungeons, the shrines. Excuse me, not dungeon. And then they decided that maybe that wasn't going to be the best experience, and also the best use of their time. So then they, pre-planned everything, all whatever 120 something shrines are. I can't remember how many there are now. And then also the 4 big dungeons, the Divine Beasts.
Yeah, the 4 Divine.
They're very similar in like overall structure, right? But I mean, some shrines are different. Some shrines are just battles. Some of them are like logical puzzles, like 3D puzzles, basically. But some of them are you have to kind of navigate and learn mechanic or whatever. That's usually what they're for, the core one. But the concepts there are. They can broaden them out and make it so that this is a procedural generated one that has these rules. I mean, obviously every shrine must be completable. So there's definitely a way to you can prove and test that it has a completable sequence of steps. And that's actually there's plenty of new indie games that take like the classic like Link to the Past style dungeons and make them procedurally generated, and they do it. It works wonderfully. It's really a really fun experience, and it changes every time. So it's not always the same gameplay experience. There's some like mods that speedrunners use to make the games more randomized, more fun for their speedruns, and similarly, they use kind of the same techniques for the generation, more interesting. So it's not just like, oh, I've done this so many times before, I know exactly how to shortcut it.
Right.
But now it's like, okay, now I know the rules for how this works, and I know how to shortcut for that rule. So now I can speedrun that, particularly that based on that rule. So it's not quite the same thing as like I have a mental map of I do this exactly, or like
right,
or like someone else can tell you, hey, when you get to this part, go do this. You can't
right.
do that. That's one of the beautiful things about procedural generation. It can be a good asset to have as a mechanic, but yeah, generally, most games from Nintendo they shy away from that. I think they're going to start exploring it more now, but in the past, they had more of like, okay, here's this written structure for how you play it, and it leaves it with this very. It's not necessarily linear for the gameplay, the plot, and everything, because it could be that there's multiple paths to take, but eventually you have to go back and do that path.
Yeah.
The same segment, no matter what, right? That they're going to start moving away from that eventually, I think. But for right now, that's definitely one of their safe holds, is that they go in and they meticulously sculpt these things by hand, essentially, is what happens, and make these experiences that are, exactly what you'd want it to be in all attempts to do it. That's the idea.
But they also make very, very good mechanics because, and you can use them in such a few ways because if you remember Mario Odyssey, you can get shines in such unique ways. And I know for a fact Nintendo knew you could do that. Like, some of them know. Like, some of them were people, but some of them, they're like, yeah, you can get it that way. That's fine, too.
There's definitely exploits that are...
Oh, yeah. But I'm not talking about the exploits. I'm talking about, like, Mario's...
Odyssey, I think, is probably the loosest Mario game.
But I'm saying that's, like... They construct it still so perfectly that you can play through it, and anyway, you're going to have fun because the controls are so tight, but yet it's like Breath of the Wild. They're so tight and simple, yet so flexible and fun that you can go and have a great experience with it.
They keep like the
simplicity's key. I always say that nowadays.
It's
a huge thing.
It's simplicity in how you interact.
Yes.
But then the outcomes of how you interact are way wider than
yeah. Because simplicity creates wide outcomes. That's so important.
Not necessarily, but
well done simplicity.
It's like a double-sided funnel, is what visually how they because like you have this like a small one on one side, a small funnel that makes it tiny, but then it gets to this real tight spot, but then it widens incredibly once you realize what the open world or open environment allows you to do. Like, I mean, even in like Mario 64, we had that, honestly.
Yeah. That's one of the reasons that thing did so well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, for sure. That is one of the reasons why it's one of the more popular Mario games. I mean, it's the first it's the first 3D Mario game, I think, actually, right?
Yeah, I think it's the first 3D, yeah.
It wasn't one on Super Nintendo, so it had to be that. Yeah,
that was it.
It was done, and the thing is, like, it goes back to the thing about what Nintendo does with mechanics. They focused on the physical mechanics of the game, along with, like, the more logical, like how health works in that game is very unique because it was too punishing to do the old health system, which is 2 hits and you go down, right? Now they have a health meter, you get 8 hits or whatever, essentially, depending on what hits you, I guess, technically, but most hits were 1/8 of health. So you get, they do like, they definitely do good gameplay. That's like gameplay testing, I should say. Excuse me. They definitely do that. Once they come up with a concept, they kind of toy around with it in like a box, right? Like a small sandbox. It's okay, how does this work? And that's what I was saying with Zelda Breath of the Wild, when they decided they wanted this open world experience like the first game, but they wanted to add another layer onto it. What could they do? Well, that's when they came up with, there's a GDC lecture from, who gave it actually from the team? I don't think it was Igio, the new director for Zelda. I think it was someone else on the team, but they talked about what they called, so a lot of games have a physics engine, right?
Right.
For Breath of the Wild, they create what they call a chemistry engine, and so there's all these like chemical interactions that can happen in the overworld that most other games don't really touch on, but it makes the game feel more alive. And one of those like the first example we had to do was like, oh, I go up and I can physically interact with the tree and cut it down into logs, right? So I have these 2 logs in the ground. What can I do with those logs? Oh, well, if I have a torch, I can accidentally set the logs on fire, and the logs burn on the ground and create an updraft. And that's where the idea for using the glider, jumping over, activating the glider, and then being able to away.
Well, this is what this is now. The way you phrase that, that's good. It reminds me of good campaigns, good D&D or something campaigns. I do something. What can I do with this? And then you as the player interact and you create a new situation based on simple events that are happening and based on what you can do.
You said the key word there, create. It's creativity, right? That's a fun.
Which D&D doesn't normally allow you to do because you're both in a box for you sucks. Continue. Don't fight that. Don't fight that. You don't want this. You don't want this. I know 5e is better. Don't fight this.
It's not. I'm not arguing that. I'm saying it's not. D&D itself doesn't have constraints. There are rules. There are constraints.
There are rules
for everyone. But there's
4E was nothing but rules.
Right. Well,
4E was also trash, and they themselves said we did make a mistake.
Yeah, 4E had a lot.
It's shit and deserves to be burned in a fire. And yes, I will cuss for it. Fight me.
Well, it's also the first attempt from the new team at Wizard to work on a.
Do it better. It's your job. Do it better.
It's the first time.
Fight me. You gave me hell.
I mean, you can go back to 3.5.
Where do you think these broken wings came from?
Where do you? So have you ever played anything other than 4?
Yes. 5E's great. Yes. I've played good. Sensei's amazing. We've had good campaigns.
5 or 3?
We played 3.5, which was fun. It was a little too much, but that was also because we didn't have to. The DM was lame. But we've done 5, and it was very good. And we did 5 in our own version, the Pokemon campaign, all that. It was very fun. I miss it so much.
The team that made 4 realized how bad 4 was, especially for a new DM. That's why 5 exists. Like, they could have just left it at 4, but they realized how bad it was, and they sat down like, you know what, we're going to revamp this entire thing. We're going to make a whole new version. We're not going to make a 4, point whatever. Or we're just going to. There were some minor things to 4 to try and fix.
There were, yeah.
But 5 came about because the team that made 4 was like,
we fucked up.
Like, there's too much rigidity.
God, oh my God! And you want to play a legalism game?
It was basically a law.
I might as well go play a tactical RPG. I hate 4 so much.
But yeah. So what I was going to say was.
Sorry, go back to video game design.
Well, just with 4, I think part of the problem is that they had anticipation of experienced. Like when they play tested, they clearly used experienced DMs, and when they had experienced DMs, they knew how to relax certain things to make things fit the scenario.
Yeah, that makes sense.
Players. So you have to have an experienced DM who also.
You always have to have that regardless, but yes, especially for 40.
You don't have to, because then there can never be a new DM. That's
no. I mean, like, okay, sorry. Experienced DMs always help. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. You're always going to start off awkwardly. I meant, like, the more experience, the better. I'm sorry. Continue.
Yeah, which is just like a player too.
Yeah.
But you have to have experience running it and understand how people, especially actually having experience with the same people, like multiple campaigns. Makes you better at it with that team because you learn how they play.
And then you can do really crazy, amazing stuff that you'll never get to do with anyone else.
Yeah. Oh, that sounds like, you just. That's what relationships are.
I miss them so much.
In an essence, you just described that.
Yeah, that too. Yeah. Because it is like it's a relationship type game. It's very unique in that.
You want to talk about mechanics? Breaking down relationships are just it's you have this group of experiences, and someone else has this group of experiences, and there are certain things about these groups of experiences that you each talk to each other and understand each other in better ways. And part of you being able to do that is, and I think in a lot of social, I don't say social psychology, but social abstraction, I guess you could say, they view that as each person would have their own grid, an interfacing grid, and grids don't just go together instantly. You have to find the right way to make them mesh, find the right parts that go together, right?
Well, that's
over time you realize those parts that make them mesh. That's why most people have friends that are like lifelong friends. They know their grids so well for each other. Like that's the trope of like, oh, I haven't talked to my best friend in a year, but we
get together and we're
back to
which does happen. I have actual experience. I think
right, and that's because your grids, even though you guys have talked in a year, you're still you for the most part. You change a little bit, right? But you're mostly you, so you can still get line. There's a little play.
That's personal, but yes. But yeah. But like going back to the game design, that's part of it. Is that Nintendo's so good because they make because you said integration, right? The more experiences. Yeah. That's hard to put experiences. They go so simple, and I never use simple in a bad way. Simple's a very good thing. They make it so simple that it's bottom denominator in a good way that everyone can connect with it and explore and expound from in a beautiful way.
It's the same thing that makes it like, oh, a child can pick it up and play it and enjoy it, or an old person who's never touched a game controller before can pick it up. Like generations that didn't have PC gaming or console gaming back then, they can still pick it up and be like, this is fun. Like
that's why this is one of the reasons I still hold. You want to My Hero's brilliant in a lot of ways because this is one of the reasons I love it is because it is so simple. You have a quirk, it does a thing. There you go. Everyone wants to be a hero. What does it do? What do you do with what you have? That's it. There's no power level crap. They can grow and stuff, but it's always off of that. And that simplicity is very good. It actually really helps the series. I was floored by it when I was like, because look, I love Bleach. I love you all have seen Kingdom Hearts at this point. Convoluted powers.
Kingdom Hearts is a whole nother level.
Fun.
But Bleach has it too, though, because I was thinking about that earlier today. We were talking about filler of Naruto. My wife and I were talking about filler for Naruto. I was like, the filler for Bleach actually it's interesting because most of their filler had interesting and like.
Yes, I actually like Bleach's filler. I will go to bat for Bleach's filler.
To watch it, you didn't have that like. I need to get into this.
No,
but if you actually gave it a chance, the stories were good.
Because what it did was it took what in the concepts of the world have we not touched on? This. Yep. Hey, this is a part we haven't. Let's explore that, and that's really cool. I was like, God, this is great. I mean, it's filler, so it's all over. But
some of it caused some problems if you. You take the anime as like the canon version with even the filler arcs as canon. Then there's things.
It got a little weird.
We haven't gotten to yet, from what I understand. Right? I don't want to say anything. I don't know enough actually.
I have only seen where the anime stopped. Anyone say anything further, I will come through the screen and hurt you because it's coming out in the fall, and I've been waiting 12 years for my favorite series.
Either, so
yeah, me neither. I caught up with the manga though. I did all the manga.
My understanding is there's some weird stuff that happens with
yes!
the Bout arc actually like tiptoes and like kind of oversteps it a little bit into the canon territory a little too much.
Yeah, Bount is probably the weakest. Bount is the weakest. Bount is by far the weakest
one. It's
the
first one as well.
It's the first one.
Give it that.
Yeah.
But it also really is really interesting, and so
that's fine. Yeah, it's fine.
They took the thing about Quincy's and understanding about how Quincy's work because there was some foundation for that setup.
Yes. And they went, what if we did more with that and mods? What if we did more with that? What could we do?
Shift it and expand it, right? That's what they did. And that it works. It's good. It definitely, like I said, brings you in, makes you want to know more.
But that's what, like, the simplicity is so important because, like, that's the difference between, look, I'm going to rag on Kingdom Hearts. You all know I love it. But that's the difference between Kingdom Hearts and Persona. Kingdom Hearts, the problem with Nomura is it keeps introducing concepts. New concept. You don't do that. You have a center and you expound. Just like good gameplay. You have Mario's move set and you expound on what he can do.
Mario is a platformer.
Yes. Mario does the jump. Mario does backflip. Mario does dive. Mario does this is what he does. Now, take it and expound. There's a ramp here. What do you do with it with what you have? That's what you do. Persona does
why
this.
Does having a Yoshi to ride on do anything for your game? Oh, he gives you extra jump sometimes.
Yeah, there's extra jump time. There's a tongue, and there's I don't know. He's faster. It's like
it does give you new interactions, but
there's more. But they're new, simple.
How does it improve and change the jumping experience?
Exactly. You're not playing a new character. You're playing just a new set of small interactions you can do. Now, what do you do with this? That's the key.
You're saying about. Sorry, Kingdom Hearts. But I was gonna say in one case, in too many things to talk about. Sorry, in Bleach, it's got the same problem because like the bounce were a new, like it's not a new system because they kind of heavily rely on some of the ways Quincy's worked mechanically, right? But at the same time, they are this new like species or vector of things that it just didn't need to happen because
it's like
convolutes it a little bit. It's not as bad as Kingdom Hearts does, where there's like, it's not Kingdom Hearts is different because Kingdom Hearts it's a layer higher. It's like Balance were like very similar to Quincy, so they kind of sit side by side like siblings, right?
Yeah.
Whereas with the way Bleach conceptually works, when they add new things, it's like okay, I'm gonna take it down all the way to the root and then make a new sub off of the root.
Yeah.
And then there's this whole new branching system. There's two trees now.
Yes.
Like, it's too much. It's too much going on.
Yeah.
And then you were expected to take on all that as a player. And as a consumer of media,
itself, and it's like
even more complex.
Yeah, and like
some of it's like a shoehorning to add in new mechanics. In the
game.
And that makes sense. But
you're a game developer. Make it work with what you already have. Do it with what you already have.
Yeah, I think that is one of Nomura's weaknesses. I guess.
This is why power-ups are great for Mario 2. Whenever you get a power-up, you have a new thing. And it's understood in the power-up. It is not a branch thing that Mario gets or some weird. It is, you got a power-up. What does this do? Once again, it's the essence of Devil Fruit, Corks, and My Hero in One Piece. This is why it's good. It's, you have a new core. What does the core do?
It's a new defining trait. It's
yes,
part of you permanently.
You gotta go from core.
It doesn't shift more than that.
Exactly.
Whereas Mario actually is the opposite. It's ephemeral. You have this new trait. You have temporarily while you're doing this part of the game. You get to learn a new ability. You have some new interaction, I should say, really, it allows you to have, right? So now you can do things differently in the world while you have that power up.
Yes.
And you can still lose it, so it gives it you have more variety by having that.
But it's focused on what that is. You don't have the cape with fire flinging at the same time, or like some which is, I'm not saying combos are bad. What I'm saying is you don't have like this. I'm now pseudo Mario, so I have like
Kirby's the same.
Kirby's
thing.
Yes, Kirby. This is why Kirby's good.
It does the combo thing right. Actually, when the games where I had the combo, it actually does it.
It does a simple little fun combo, and you know the cores of each, so it gives you a nice little like spread. But it's still only that. That's good. You go off the core and you expand on that. Kingdom Hearts doesn't do that. Kingdom Hearts has good cores, and then he introduces more crap.
It's layers of systems on top of each other.
Yeah, stop that.
They can correlate and interact.
Persona, you have the normal world, you have the metaverse / unconscious world. You have a person and their shadow on the other side. The shadow is the true self of what you really feel. Whenever you go in there, if you accept yourself, whether it's standing up for a rebellion, or accepting the darker part, or denouncing death, if you have the heart, you have the thing, you all know how that works. You have your shadow becomes a persona. It is a flip coin of that. That's it. That's the whole series through all 3 games. I've never played 1 and 2. I can't speak. That's through all 3. That is everything. Yeah. At this point, we're post. There you go. That's everything. And then you have weird concepts like, what if a machine had a heart?
Gosh.
Can they
develop a Mac version of this game? Shut up.
There's a Mac version? All right, fair enough. I'm surprised they haven't.
Yeah, there's no Linux version. Yeah. There's a whole thing about that.
Shame.
You can't play it directly on the Steam Deck. That was, and they did an update that actually fixes it now.
That's right. You told me.
I haven't tried.
Why aren't you on your Steam Deck, Epsilion?
I did joke I would do that eventually. I have to try it.
As if we didn't have enough technical issues today.
Well, it might reduce mine because I would just have my computer.
Maybe. It could also be a huge heap of problems too, because we've never worked with it.
No, there's Steam Deck. I'm just gonna play the game on separately. You wouldn't even know.
Oh yeah. Do you think it would work fine?
Yeah, if once the game runs fine. But literally, I wouldn't be talking to you on this. Actually, I would.
No, you just be in Discord. That'd be fine.
I would just try Discord. So I thought there's a cool thing that Linux lets you do. I didn't know it was a Linux feature, but it's cool.
Havoc was in this?
It's just an engine.
I didn't know they used Havoc's engine.
Yeah, they probably do it for like, it could be for AI, it could be for the physics potentially. They have
what physics?
The like interactions, like collisions, like detecting that it was the person. Like some of the moves actually do have like a bit of a line of sight. Some of them aren't just like, and it has to detect that before you click the button to do it. Like
I did not even remember it having.
You don't play fighting characters, but when you're playing like the
I have enough to understand.
So maybe as Dancer you might say, but if you're out of range, Dancer won't let you use your abilities. It has to know what your range is. That's part of the physics engine. It has to say, okay, this character is on this place. What is the distance between them? It's too far. They can't activate their ability. That's part of the physics engine. Because it has to do some physical math.
Right, it has to do some math to figure that out.
Okay, for Capcom has credits because they have. It's because of all the DLC.
Crossover, yeah, and there's Final Fantasy 15 because of crossover.
Yeah, that's the team.
Jeez, it's a huge team.
More on there. Well, remember they had it was like a whole campaign. I don't think maybe Nomura didn't help with this game then. I don't see them on there, so.
Alright, it's a special thanks, everyone. But yeah, so basically the gist is, the more you try, and Aaron said this in one of his sequelitis, and he's right. The more you try to, there he is, here he is, everyone. Look at the name. This is the reason we have all the crazy crap in Kingdom Hearts 31. You son of a bitch. I have a very love-hate relationship with both him and Tite Kube. But yeah, like basically, the more complex you try to get, the more dangerous it can be. You got to keep it simple and allow it to expand on. That's so important, and Nintendo has that to a T. That's why it's so good.
Yeah, you really need the so there's
I mean, Occam's razor is part of it, but that's...
And like software design and general design, I guess really there's this concept of something called degrees of freedom. And so if you allow for there to be a few, say, dimensions that have the ability to change those inputs a little bit, it can still provide, the combination can still provide a lot of capability. It's that double funnel visual, basically. Having your degrees of freedom restricted makes the interface you're coming in with much smaller, but still a little bit wider than like the overall possibility. And then the output can be massive because your world itself could have a possibility within it, right? Like if it's an open world game or if it's a true physics environment, like it gives you more possibility. Wow, there's more credits. They gave us thanks for being players, and then they have more credits. Anyway, so if you can limit your degrees of freedom, you can still have options and possibilities, but it makes it simpler, like what you were describing, the simplicity. Yosuke Matsuda, Mr. Headshot.
Matsuda. Oh wow, it's thundering over here now.
Thank you, Shida. Oh yeah, probably heading south, I guess. Then.
Oh, there it is. Here's my screen. It says gotta be. It is good.
There's probably a post-credits scene, probably.
Oh yeah, for sure. I'm just saying that's it.
Yeah, that's probably the last bit of credits, you're right. Oh. I don't know who that is.
I'm sure it has something to do with some results.
It's probably someone who died during the production. I'm guessing one of the U.S. translators or something, maybe.
Okay, let's speak to Tataru and get the fight and get our reward.
I knew you'd be alright. Just celebrate.
I'm Tataru.
We made it through the. Oh, sorry, you were Tataru. But we made it through the credits. That's what you're talking about. We'd be alright.
Yeah, I knew you'd be alright. You had a great conversation. I knew you'd be alright. And to celebrate your return, I made you this brand new traveling outfit. Oh, do fits. Take my measurements.
Give me.
But now is not the time to fuss over your measurements. I must go and speak with the researchers of St. Quinn, that's fine. You go and rest well. Oh, so this is just like... So this outfit's just like,
Scion Traveler's attire.
It's just aesthetic one. It has no... It's not based on this.
Yeah, I don't think it's a real one. I might as well... Oh, it's a cutscene. Wow, that's...
It's what's his name? In a different body, remember?
Oh, yeah. Xenos' mind in the...
Xenos' mind.
Wait, is that the guy from the...
Oh!
Isn't that the guy from, Margar's Reach?
I don't know.
My enemy.
What is happening?
My friend. Had I been but a step faster.
You don't want to do this, man. Savages, bro. You don't want to do this.
A pity your hunt leads you elsewhere. Not that I am surprised.
He wants his body back.
May you find joy in it. Grow stronger, more savage, and savor every triumph.
Imposing thunder.
In the meantime, I will reclaim that which is rightfully mine.
So he's talking about us, right?
Right. Yes.
So he's saying he missed out fighting us.
What is this?
Oh, it looks like Ishgard, isn't it? Definitely windy like Ishgard. Oh no, it's the Crystal Tower in Mordona.
Mordona, yes.
I saw the background. That was a giant crystal. Ice. Isn't this where what's that one dragon's name? The one that follows us around now.
Because you have using this voice rings out across time and space. Oh boy. In fields of tranquil light, so you see.
You're right. So you see darkness.
You play the post-Megan Liberation chapter, the main scenario. Chapter Shadowbringers, Events of Crystal Tower quest play an important role. You play the Crystal Tower quest before beginning Shadowbringers. Did we do that?
The Events of Crystal Tower quest play an important role.
Did we?
Is that? It's under Chronicles of New Era at the Crystal Tower. So yeah, we should check that.
Did we do it? I don't remember.
I don't remember the names of stuff. I think I am.
I don't know the name of stuff either. Oh wait, I have to. Oh my gosh. Okay, well we're not gonna grab this from Totoro because I know that this starts Shadowbringers, so we are not gonna.
New Era. And then the name of it was the Crystal Tower. Oh no, we have not done this at all.
We haven't?
I haven't. Maybe you did.
I don't think I have either. Okay, well, how do you find it again? Go to journal.
Yeah.
Oh, you're looking like a lion.
No, journal. I thought you were about how do you find it. Then go to journal and then switch over to completed.
Completed.
And then at the top there's a button that says completed.
Yeah.
Or complete, sorry. And switch over to and then you go to it's the red one, Chronicles of a New Era, excuse me.
Okay. Primals, we don't need that.
I'm a little bit, yeah. And then it's drop down, and then it's the one that's the Crystal Tower. It's the third.
I don't have anything here.
Yeah, me neither. That's what I'm saying. I don't think we've done it. Unless we haven't. Maybe we started. We haven't actually done anything in it.
What are we supposed to do for that? How does that work?
It doesn't tell you how to start it, so I guess we have to find out where it is. Maybe it might be under our currents though. That's why I was trying to see if there's a way to tell.
Oh god, I've got so many current quests. This isn't helpful.
It had to be in Mordona. I have one that's called Legacy of the Allag.
I don't know. I have no idea.
This one says, upon arriving at your destination, you find the Sons of Saint Koinek making preparations for an expedition to the forbidding Crystal Tower, aided by your old friend Sid Garland. Speak with Rambros when you are ready to assist in the Sun's mission to understand and prevent the potent technology of the fallen Allegan Empire. Speak with Rambros once more.
Alright, what quest is that? Because that does sound like it.
It's called Legacy of Allag.
Oh, there we go. Okay, I do see it.
I don't know if that's it though. I'll kind of look it up real quick and see.
Yeah, maybe take a quick peek. Yeah, this has to be it, I think.
Let me see.
If so, it's very early. I'll probably make this to the.
It was level 50, so it's like post.
Yeah, we never
after
did it.
After you get here to Mordona and you get to see what's the name with the dragon? Can you look it for me real quick? I can't remember the name.
The one with the dragons? Heavensward?
Not Heavensward, but the small sub quest we did before we did Heavensward that was in Mordona about the dragon that landed there and like caused the Crystal Tower to be created.
Oh god, you're Ralphazar.
It starts with an S. No, Rasfagar is the father of all the dragons in Mishkar. They call the good one. It starts with an S, I think. It's a minion. We have him as a minion. You should be able to see it in your.
Oh, minion. Okay.
Yeah. Looking up the quest though, the Crystal Tower thing.
Dragon. Midgard Somar.
Oh yeah, So yeah, he's the one that's he's supposed to be like the dragon or whatever. Not like he's made from the ground, but he's the one. Not actually, that's all in. But he's actually their oldest aunt, right? The one that first came to this world.
Yes, he is. He's like the father of all the dragons.
Yeah, and so he joins us now, but he's the one who created the Crystal Tower when he first landed inside to attack him.
Okay, so it's related to him.
Yeah, it's probably related to him, which makes sense, I guess. Probably need the dragon stuff. But yeah, the first mission is Legacy of Allag, so right.
Okay, so we have to do that.
Yeah, we should do this. Highly recommend we do that before we start doing Shadowbringers. So more
okay.
Yay!
So can we do it together, or is it like an independent thing, or how does that work? like a duty in that, maybe?
It doesn't say it in the first one. It says that you have to have level 15. That's it. It's not requirement.
Okay.
There's just a side thing we didn't do. We could have done.
Well, if that's it, then I guess we can do it next time. Maybe we could just do it together and, like, you know, even if we're doing it independently, maybe we can, like, you know, do it. Does that make sense?
Yeah, makes sense. I'm sorry, I'm trying to read and see what.
No, you're good. Okay, I'm gonna put it on my thing as the main.
Go talk to Rembros.
Yeah.
Maybe, but I don't know what. I don't think it's gonna be a cutscene or anything.
Well, we'll have to do it next time because we got to stop there because it's already 7:30 and I have to eat dinner. But we're in a sanctuary, of course. We're in.
Actually, no. We have to talk to her one more time, I guess. Wait, no. What is that?
No, do not talk to Taltaru. That's gonna start.
You have to leave the Solar. Wait, no.
Yeah.
You have to leave the tombs, the Revenant's Toll. Exit
Yes.
Revenant. Leave the Rising.
Yep. And then just go up to where the big
Yeah,
Aw, look at that shark. Cute. Okay, all right. We'll stop there. That's a good place. We'll do this thing next time. We'll probably just knock it out in one go. It shouldn't be. I mean, we're over level.
It doesn't look super long. Yeah, how does it make? It might down level us to a level sync or whatever.
Even then, you still have like better stats than you would. So
no, I mean you have the max stats you could have.
Yeah.
But no, it might not be trivial, but it looks short though. Looking at the list of quests that have happened under this, the full plot line or whatever it is.
Yeah.
But, yeah, there's only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 10. Yeah, there's only 10 parts. So it's not
Okay. And most of that, you know, is going to be just us reading
all
crap.
or dome. So I think it's all here at the tower.
Oh, good.
As long as we travel a lot. It should
Such a
just
cool
be
spear.
I wonder how it's gonna work if all the people are. I wonder if all the NPCs. I guess some of the people who are involved in that are involved in what we're about to do because otherwise.
I think we're okay. Look, they have to make it so that it's all right.
Yes.
All right. Okay, Epsilion, we will stop there for
fun.
Today.
We're a little short today, but
that's okay. We did good. We went for 2 hours. We still went for 2 hours. Like we did a good job.
You and I were online for 2 hours.
Well, yeah.
Audience wouldn't know for the first hour or so.
No, we have 2 hours here. No, we have 2 hours here. I'm looking at the elapsed time for this dive after we came back.
I thought you started at like 5:45.
Yeah, and it's 7:37. It's 2 hours. Yeah.
2 hours. Short of 2
well,
hours.
I still have to do devotional, so we're definitely going to hit 2 hours.
All right.
All right.
Get the MSQ.
Well, Epsilion. Oh shoot! I forgot to get it. Can you put it?
Yeah, I'll get it.
Thank you. Oh well, yeah. It's next. It's Post-Stormblood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Requiem for Heroes would be it. So. Anyway, Epsilion, thank you so much for stopping by, for talking all the fun things we did, for helping me get this thing to work and not be terrible. And I will see you next time, and we will continue through this. We will do this little side thing to make sure we're ready to go. And then we will do Shadowbringers. It's finally time!
Finally time for the Shadowbringers.
All right. Okay, Epsilion. I'll talk to you later, cuz. Bye!
Later.
Oh, okay. Boop, boop, boop. All right, that'll take care of it for that. Oh, boy. Okay, so that was that. Oh, man. You know, it kind of worked out because we ended with the very end of Shadowbringers. I mean, no, Stormblood. Like, you know, the post stuff. So that's pretty good. Although it kind of would have been nice to go on ahead and get some of that other stuff done that apparently we have to do. But that's fine. All right, that'll do it for today. Thank you so much for stopping by, everyone. I'm Icarus. These are the streams. Once again, that was Final Family Fantasy Funtime 14, or as we put it, Epsilion and I, as you can see, go through Final Fantasy 14 together. We do enjoy it. I know we rag on stuff sometimes, but we really do enjoy it. The story's very good. Like Epsilion said, like this is like an actual Final Fantasy game. So that's great. I'm not a big fan of, it's not tab target technically, it's mix combat, but whatever. Tab target type combat. It's not my favorite thing, but I still am having a good time with it. So I'm very excited for Shadowbringers. Once we get this little stuff out of the way, which shouldn't take long. But yeah, thank you so much for stopping by. Once again, we dive in every Friday through August, through a decent amount of August. We'll be doing Kingdom Hearts Chronicles. We're going through all of Kingdom Hearts 2. We are more than halfway done for sure, so very excited for that. And that's on Fridays at around 5 o'clock p.m. Eastern Time, maybe 4:30, depending on when I can start. And then because my computer's kind of right now, the streams are a little finicky. As you heard, Epsilion, I'm going to work with him to get like a better setup and find out what's wrong. Probably just upgrade a bunch of stuff. I'll need to do it anyway. But for now, we're going to take a detour from Elden Ring as well because it doesn't work very well. So we're going to just be doing some Hollow Knight. So I'm very excited for that. So we'll be doing that too. And yeah. Anyway, if you're going to leave now, may God bless you. You can find me on Icarus Redeemed on YouTube. This should be up very shortly. I'll probably get up tomorrow. I don't know if I'll get it up today, but I'll get it up as fast as I can. And also, you can also find me on Icarus_Redeemed on Twitter. That's whenever I always post when I'm going to go live and stuff, so you can find me there. If you're going to stick around, though, I am a believer in God's Word, and I do like to share a little bit of it at the end of at least every Final Fantasy Funtime 14 stream. I do try to share it more. We will be doing more devotionals as we go as well. It's just right now we're on a reduced schedule and all that, so I'm kind of like not doing as much. And just because things are a little busy, I just got back from vacation and all that too. But what we're going to do today is we're going to continue where we left off. I'm trying to go through all of Genesis to show God's story of his people and the creation of reality, as well as his work through the nation that will be born into him, the nation of Israel. And through it, the blessing so many thousands of years later through Jesus Christ and his blood. But where we are now is Genesis 43. We have moved through the creation, like I said, all the way through to Abraham, which was the patriarch, the first father of the nation of Israel, and the promise given to him that he would have a nation unlike any other, innumerable beyond the stars of the sky, and that God would be with that people as well as they were with him. And so we went through him, his son Isaac, and his son Jacob, who is renamed to Israel. So Jacob, once again, had 12 sons. 2 of them were by Rachel, his first wife, the wife he really loved, who had passed away. And he loved these 2 sons so much more than the others, which is not good because favoritism, but So God worked through these sons, especially one, in order to bring the people to where they would need to be. We saw Joseph, the boy of the coat of many colors, as many of you know. Sorry about this, raining very hard, so you can hear everything. Coat of many colors, the Bible story a lot of people know. He was one of the brothers, and he had dreams where the rest of the family would bow to him, and he would be a great man one day. His brothers didn't like that, so one day, whenever he was going out into the wilderness to find them, they threw him down a pit, and then they sold him off into slavery, where he ended up in Egypt. Now, this sounds terrible, but this was actually part of God's plan. And Joseph, through many years of servitude and humility, held on, even through being wrongly accused and through not having a promise given to him by someone to get him out of jail. He held on and held God's word the entire time, God's righteousness, and he held to the Lord that he knew to find his way through and to hold on through all of the injustice that he was going through. And eventually, the Pharaoh had a dream, and none of the Pharaoh's wise men or magicians or any of the dumb, stupid fake crap could find out what was going on. So the cupbearer who Joseph helped in prison remembered him and called Joseph forward. And through God's glory and through his power, Joseph was able to determine what the dream was and come up with a plan for the solution to the problem. What the dream was that for 7 years coming up, there would be great plenty in basically the country, and it would be a bounty unlike any other. But 7 years later, after that, there would be a famine for 7 years unlike anything else. And if they did not have food, everyone would die. So Joseph was able to work with the Pharaoh and the country of Egypt to get all the food supplies made and ready to go, to be able to wisely get everything stored away for the years of famine. And because of his faithfulness to the Lord, most of all, but because of his interpretation of dreams, Pharaoh made Joseph the second in command for all of Egypt, He was a Pharaoh and then him. So Joseph did have a whole nation about him. And what happened last time? As we said, well, Joseph's here, but what about the rest of the brothers? What about the rest of the nation of Israel? Because remember, the nation of Israel will come through this family, through Jacob's family, through Israel's family. So why they're not here? Well, last time, before my break, actually a while back, we saw the brothers, because the famine was in the land, be sent by Jacob, by Israel, to go and get food, because all the food was bought from Egypt, from Joseph. And as they went there, the brother Benjamin stayed behind, the other brother that the father loved so much. They all went, and as they came to see Joseph, they did not recognize him because it had been so long and they thought he was dead. So Joseph basically, in order to get them to come, in order to get his father to come, he basically asked them about their family and stuff because he knew who they were. And he accused them as being spies and would say, I need one of you to stay back with me, and the rest of you go back, take the grain you need, take your food that you need, but go back and bring your father and the other brother you said you have, because it oopsied out, bring them back here. And the brother's like, oh my gosh, our father's not going to let Benjamin come because he loves him so much, and Joseph's already dead. Oh my, even though he's not, he's right there. But he's never going to do it. But they're like, we have to go back and maybe we can make this food last. So they take the food back, and as they're taking the food back, Joseph had the money they paid the food for put back in their sacks. So now they basically stole from the Pharaoh. Even though they didn't, Joseph did it, but they're like, oh my gosh, why is the food in here? So they're in like big dire straits, and one of them is left in custody, basically as insurance. So they go back to their father, and tell him what happened. The father's like, oh my gosh, I'm not letting you take Benjamin. You're not happening. But Reuben, like the oldest, is over there. I don't care. I'm not losing Benjamin. I already lost Joseph. Screw you all. We're staying here. We'll just make it last. Well, the food would not last, and we're about to see the brothers having to return. So, going to Genesis 43, there is what I did. Sorry. There we go. The brothers must return. So, the famine was severe in the land. Because remember, this was like 2.5 years into the 7 years, 3 years maybe. They've still got a while coming with this famine, and it's getting bad. So, and when they had eaten the grain they had bought from Egypt, their father said to them, they're like, we have no more food. Go again, buy us a little food. He's like, just get us a little bit. Just get what you can. But Judah, one of the older brothers, said to him, Dad, the man who sells all the food, the second in command, who's Joseph, but they don't know it, solemnly warned us, saying, you shall not see my face unless your brother, Benjamin, the youngest, the one that the father's like, I'm not letting you take him, unless your brother is with you. He's not going to sell us anything if we don't bring Benjamin. If you will send our brother with us, if you sell Benjamin with us, we will go down and buy you food. But if you will not send him, we will not go down. For the man said to us, you will not see my face unless my brother's with you. It's like, unless Benjamin comes, we're not going. It's like, you're in big trouble then. We're going to die out here. We have no food. Is famine that's getting worse and will be for many years. But they don't know that, but it's still going to be. Kill us if you want. Like, there's nothing we can do. He's not going to sell us anything unless Benjamin comes. So the father, good old Jacob, we know him a lot. We've seen him throughout the years. He's still not budging. Israel said, why did you treat me so badly as to tell me that the man had to tell the man you had another brother. Basically like, why did you tell him he had another brother? Why don't you just keep your mouth shut? And they replied, which this is the interesting part, that they might be like, because the man questioned us carefully about ourselves and our kindred, saying, is your father still alive? Do you have another brother? What could we have told him beside the answers to questions? Could we in any way know he would say, bring your brother down? It's like, he asked specifically about a brother and you. What are we going to do? Like, say we don't have one? I didn't know he would ask to bring him. And if they really thought about it, at this point, they'd be like, wait a minute. How does he know we have a father and brother? Because maybe they have a census, but they're from a different land than Egypt, so the census wouldn't really matter. How does he know? Obviously, they're freaking out right now, so they're not really processing it, but Joseph knew that he had a father and a son. That's why he asked, is your father still alive? Is dad still alive, basically, is what he's asking. And they said, yes. And where's your other brother? Because I know Benjamin's alive. I know who he is. So he basically trapped us. There's nothing we could do. So Judah, once again, one of the older, probably the older left, because I think Reuben's back, if I remember correctly, in Egypt. So this is the second oldest. And he's like, I got to take a stand. He's like, look, said to Israel's father, said to Jacob, look, Dad, send Benjamin. Send the boy with me. Send Benjamin with me. We will arise and go, that we may live and not die. Both we and you and our little ones. We have children who are going to starve, Dad. This famine is not going away. We have no food. There is no food anywhere except Egypt. That is it. Please send us there with Benjamin. And I will be a pledge for his safety. From my hand you shall require him. Basically, if something happens to him, you can take anything from me. My hand will be required of him. I will stake my life on keeping him safe. Please. Remember, in the past, whenever they first asked, do you remember, I think it was Judah who said, you can put my sons up for, I think actually it was Reuben before they went. You can put my sons up for collateral. If something happens to Benjamin, you can take their lives. They even went that far. Judah and Jacob / Israel still like, no. But now he's finally like, ugh. If I do not bring him back to you and set him before you, then let me bear the blame forever. You can destroy my lineage. Please. If we'd not delayed, we would have returned twice. He's like, Dad, if we wouldn't have been sitting here squabbling about it, we've already been there and back 2 times. Please just let us go. We're dying. And so finally, Jacob, with death on the doorstop. It's a great motivator, ain't it? Their father Israel said to them, if it must be so, then do this. If you're going to do this, at least. Take some choice fruits, the best food we have left, the wonderful food we have, the tiny bit we have left, of the land in your bags, and carry a present down to the man. A little balm and a little honey, gum, myrrh, pistachio nuts, and almonds. Like, take the nice things we have left. Take double the money with you. Carry back with you the money that was returned the mouth of your sacks. Basically, remember the money that was returned for the stuff you were supposed to pay for? Put that in there and then more. All right? That way, perhaps it was an oversight. Maybe he won't be bad. Also, take your brother and arise, and that's Benjamin, go again to the man. May God Almighty, the God of my father, Isaac, and Abraham, the God of me, and God Almighty grant you mercy before the man, and may he send back your older brother, remember, because Reuben's still over there, as collateral, and Benjamin. As for me, I am bereaved of my children, I am bereaved. So basically, Jacob / Israel's like, fine, take the best stuff we have, go and get food. It's done. I basically, when he says I'm bereaved, he's like, I am lost of my children. He's basically counting Benjamin as lost. He's going into mourning basically for his son because he's so distraught from losing Joseph so many years ago, because remember, they think he's dead. And now Benjamin, he's like, I'm bereft of children. This is it. I'm dead. I'm going to die alone, and my children are dead. So just take it and go. All right? Just take it and go. But he is calling to the Lord, may God Almighty grant mercy. So he is remembering who is in control, which is good because the Lord's plan is about to come together very soon. It's going to be beautiful too. So the brothers, took the present. They took double the money with them, and Benjamin, the young one, the other brother was finally taken. They arose and went down to Egypt and stood before Joseph. So there they are. They got Benjamin back, and they got all the money and everything. So now the only one who's left and back in the old country is the dad. Now all the brothers are gathered together once again. And we're going to see how God's plan plays out to make Joseph's dreams a reality. I'm very excited. It's very cool. Anyway, we're going to stop there for now. I've got to cook dinner and I got work tomorrow. But we will be diving in probably later this week at some point. We'll see how things go. For some Hollow Knight, we'll do it at some point. But yeah, so, and we'll do Kingdom Hearts Chronicles on Friday, and we'll move forward. Thank you so much for joining. May God bless you. It's good to be back. I hope to see you guys again sometime, and I hope God blesses your life and moving forward. Remember, even if things look like they're going bad, great blessings could be around the corner, but you've got to trust Him. So please trust in the Lord and His Almightiness, and He will lead you to where you need to be. All right. Goodbye for now, everyone. Find the